permission to use the conch of teleportation to arrive at the Storm King's court. And you were received by Mirren and Nim, the two of the three daughters of King Hecatan, who you know are not to be trusted. You found them entertaining a host of giant lords, from lowly hill giants all the way up to cloud giants. They seem to be having a meeting. Obviously, it was something to do with the ordering. But the two sisters, they didn't really enjoy your presence. And when you came to the court to say that you guys wanted to try and fix the ordering, and you had some clues how to go about that, and that you've been communing with Anim the Allfather, some of the other giant lords did give you a spare moment to see what you guys had to say. Mirren and Nim obviously had to kind of listen to the other giants, although they're very condescending and basically referring to themselves in the presence of any other giants. They did offer you guys a reception with their little sister, Princess Sarisa. They told you to go and wait down in your rooms, and after all the other giant lords have finally finished having their audiences, you guys will get yours. So you waited for about 8 hours, and finally when you were called out, there was an ambush waiting for you. There was one giant of every type: hill giant, stone giant, frost giant, fire giant, cloud giant, plus 3 storm giants, a loyal storm giant guard, and the 2 sisters. And the sisters accuse you guys of being sent by the Lord's Alliance to assassinate Princess Sarisa, like you had killed their mother. Obviously this is a false accusation, but the giants, in the presence of the royalty, they really didn't have any choice but to do what they would say. However, you guys were able to speak some reason to them, but the fight got a little bit complicated, and giants are swinging at giants, and people are attacking giants, and it ended up in a massive brawl, basically, with you guys just surviving by the skin of your teeth, but also suffering 2 casualties, Than and Roderick. Meanwhile, you guys had broken through like every single giant to make your way to the sisters, and Mirren had actually gone to go get some more rocks because she'd thrown like every single rock she had at you guys. But then when she came back down the stairs, she saw the Afriti and the fire elemental basically staring them down, or staring them up from the bottom of the stairs, and they fled. They weren't too keen to actually get their hands dirty themselves. As soon as the combat got close to them, they ran away. So we ended the session with you guys just licking your wounds. Sorry. Something happened to my throat. With you guys just licking your wounds. So you guys took a short rest. Now, the Afriti can take a short rest too, actually. Yeah. He's feeling a lot better. Okay, so obviously, as you guys have rested, or while you're resting, you're obviously missing one of your party members, and that is Lily. Now, Lily, as everyone was getting ready to go to Mirabar, you actually were called by Maester Crowan to the Moongleam Tower in Everland for some important business, Harper business. Alright, you weren't privy to everything, but basically you were given an important mission, and you basically, how should I say this? You've been forced not to tell anyone about it. You're actually under the effect of a Gaius spell. If you try to relay this information to any Harper agents that are lower ranking than a high Harper, then you'll take excruciating psychic damage, like every 6 seconds. So you don't want to reveal this information. But you were told this mission. I'm not gonna tell you, but I presume your character knows it. And then when the time comes, that information will be revealed. But that kind of you're like at a confidential meeting, basically.
Okay.
So, but it's a pretty serious situation, and you do know that all of Faerun is in jeopardy at the moment. They're in danger. So anyway, also, that wasn't the only thing. You're also promoted. Everyone in the Harpers were promoted to a Harp Shadow. So it's like kind of like low to medium ranking. Anyway, the next one up is Wise Owl and then High Harper. So
is that before or after my funeral?
So you'll see. There's information about the Harpers or whatever. You can see it all there. But anyway, when you gain higher ranking in a faction, you gain more benefits. You guys didn't really get a whole lot of benefits being just low ranking, but you've been moved up. So you've got 10% off scrolls and potions, access to the Harper teleportation network, occasional free potion or scroll, and access to low. It says low to low. It means it's supposed to be low to middle ranking Harper information. And then you were let in on a special secret as well, Lily. But you're only able to declassify that information if you reach the next rank, which would be Wise Owl. So, and you're allowed to share that information with other Harper members. Alright, so anyway, so while you were going through that meeting, you've had Zasper Bronzefire with you. He is the mage that guards the teleportation circle at Mirabar. And he was just accompanying you. He's the one that gave you the message to go to the Moongleam Tower. So he teleported you in there. And he sent out a message spell to your allies to find out how the situation is going. And that's when you learned that it's not good. Roderick and Than have fallen. With that, you've obviously had to urgently leave. And I'm going to have you attune to this conch of teleportation that Norin insightfully gave you before leaving so you could get here.
Okay.
So you're going to need to drop one of your 3 items. You'll have to choose which one. So have a think about which one you want to drop. And anyway, when you've dropped one of them and attuned to the conch, you've come as quickly as possible with a spell scroll of Raise Dead. You were given one for free from the Harpers. And Zaspar is actually able to cast that. He's actually a cleric as well as a mage. So you're given one for free, but that's all you get as a Harper. I mean, Harpers, they are trained to act alone, depend on their own resources. So, I mean, to even get one is a godsend from the Harpers. So, you'll need to purchase any more. So how many are you thinking you guys are going to need? Because the only person that can cast that is Jarek, and I think he's got about a 45% chance of successfully actually using the scroll. Maybe higher if you can give him somehow a bonus on his charisma check. And Zaspar uses the sending spell to relay this information, so you guys can communicate to Lily. She's just about to leave Everlund. Just needs to know how many scrolls you guys need to purchase.
How much are they?
1,500. And that's with the discount.
Okay.
Which do we have?
So two is 3,000. We have in platinum we have about 5,800 gold. So we can't buy 4, but we could afford.
Did you get all those items as well from the Giants?
Oh yeah. I need to put those in. I forgot.
About
It's a lot of stuff. Okay, never mind.
15,000
Okay,
gold worth.
Yeah,
You've
we
got
have plenty
enough.
of gold. We have plenty of gold. Sorry.
Yeah, don't forget that stuff. You guys
Yeah.
fought tooth and nail, and people died to claim those items. So at least
Gold, we
that's
should get up to 5.
So I'll throw that stuff in there.
basically I'll say yeah, you guys can choose like how many you want to buy, and if that fails, then Zaspar will burn a few spell slots and go and get more if he really has to. So you want like 3? You can buy 3.
Yeah.
How short are we on the 4th?
If you buy 3, he'll have to go to another town to get more. They don't have that many. Like the temples don't have that many. Like you're probably buying
So
one from all the 3 major temples in the entire city.
We can buy one with just the gemstones that were embedded in the flesh of the stone giant.
Yeah, you can pay these back.
See if we need to do anything else.
So it's 3 plus the free one, so there's 4 in all, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
should be enough.
Should be enough. You mentioned about buying all the ones in the temple just made me think that's what we need to do if we have to murder anyone so they can't come back. Buy up all the resurrection and then do the deed.
Alright, well, they can craft more, it just takes a while. Alright, so cross off 4,500 gold from the party loot. And Lily, you come bearing 4 of these bad boys. Spell scroll over he's dead. Alright, so you have arrived by blowing the conch of teleportation with Zaspar. You can bring him with you. And you're in an underwater cavern. All the walls are slick with moisture. There are barnacles, crustaceans. Everything's brightly lit. Everything's sized for giants. There's like 30-foot high ceilings. And just think of like your Dwar underwater temple, sort of Little Mermaid style, basically.
Okay.
Cavern. Yeah, there's bioluminescent lichen growing on the walls and things like that, anemones and crustaceans and starfish and all that stuff. And it's kind of humid down here too. Although you're underwater, there's still breathable air everywhere. Alright, so everyone's just finished resting, and Zaspar teleports in with you, Lily. And you look around the corner and you see the party members just tending to Roderick and Than's bodies.
Holy crap, what happened?
You missed a lot.
You weren't here, that's what happened.
Oh shit, are they dead?
Ah! Oh no! What's happened to them? Ah, I need to put the back of my hand on my forehead. Oh, sigh. Zaspar says.
Okay, so it sounds like Jarek's our man. I'm gonna unload these onto.
Right, so
I tell him he should probably start with this one.
Yeah, don't forget, Lily. I'm able to cast a spell as well. But time is limited, and it does take a full hour.
if he's able to cast a spell, this is it's a lot higher than what I can cast at.
Yeah. Raise that as a
man.
5th level
This is
spell.
This is a 5th level spell,
Yeah.
so the DC for that for me is 15.
Yeah. Alright, so
I'm
Zaspar
afraid I
will...
don't have any way to help you either.
Alright, usually for harpers such as yourselves, you guys don't actually get followers like this. But given the importance of your mission, Maester Crowan has pulled a couple of strings and cut you guys some slack. And he sent in this follower to perform one casting of the spell for you guys. Obviously, this time is also kind of limited. This will be happening during the short rest as well. It takes a full hour to cast this spell. So
I would say Jarek, you try to cast the spell on one of them and let our new buddy cast on the other one, so we get them both back in the hour and we don't waste any time.
Yeah, that
Well,
makes
didn't Seb just say there's somebody else that came?
That's
We
what I'm
can do
saying. Jarek gets one guy, and Yesker, or is that what you say?
Zaspar.
Oh, I thought Yesker brought somebody else with him.
Zaspar on fire. I did. I bought Lily.
Okay, sorry.
She's a sweet girl.
I misunderstood.
Wouldn't harm a fly. Wouldn't harm a fly. She would give the skin off her own back if she could. To save children. Alright,
Isn't she lightning bolted Rend? Or something once?
Just the ones.
Yeah.
Thomas has dropped fireballs on me, so it's alright.
Yeah.
Does Bardic Inspiration work for that?
on somebody else, yeah.
It's
Not on me.
Yeah.
Oh,
can't-
somebody else.
Can't do
You
Bardic
can-
Inspiration on myself.
Yeah, you can do it at the end of, like, towards the end of the spell scroll. Because it only lasts 10 minutes and it's a 1 hour spell, but you can do it towards the end of the spell being cast.
Oh yeah, you took a level of Bard. I forgot about that.
Alright, so Zaspar casts Raise Dead on Than using the spell scroll, and bam, that's done. He's able to do it instantly. And, alright, Jarek, you'll need to make a charisma check.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, one sec. My mouse isn't responding. Just one sec.
Alright, while you're doing that, I'll just explain how this resurrection works. So Than, you come back to life on 1 hit point. Any poisons or diseases that were affecting you have been neutralized, but magical diseases, curses, and other similar effects are not removed. But you were fine, you didn't have anything bad. You have any mortal wounds closed. You didn't lose any body parts, so you don't have to worry about that. You've got everything intact. You just got like hit really hard by a giant's weapon. Now, coming back from the dead is an ordeal. The first thing you think about when you open your eyes was that fatal blow that killed you, and it's good to be surrounded by your allies when you awaken. The strain on your body is tremendous, and you have a -4 on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. Every time you finish a long rest, the penalty is reduced by 1 until it disappears. You also lose attunement to any magic items you are attuned to.
No.
Hey, it's got some little chicken arms, this one. He grabs your arms then.
It's the Raised Dead. I feel very weak, my friends.
I imagine Thon wakes up and he just immediately goes, "Not my rig, I'm jumping!"
I try to jump. I can't. I cry.
So, real quick question on the charisma check. That's not. Where would I click on? What would
Just
I
click
on?
Charisma. So if you fail, the spell scroll's burned, and you'll need to burn another one, basically. So every failure is going to cost 1,500 gold, so good luck.
Can
On the stat, not the saving throw.
can Than?
I'm not up yet. They're doing it simultaneously. I was going to suggest.
Yeah, it takes a
On the next one,
full
on the
hour.
next one,
Yeah.
I'll be able to. If this fails.
Well, if it fails, then you can just
Oh,
try
then
again.
the other. Yeah.
But you guys are presuming like you're not going to really have more than an hour to kind of just hang around here, given what's happened and where you are. So you probably
You've got 10 days to resurrect me. You can put me in the bag of holding.
So that's a
Oh,
guy.
I don't need to breathe right now.
all right. You start trying to read the scroll, Jarek, and the pressure's getting to you. You've got this voice in your ear saying that every time you fail, it's going to cost 1,500 gold, and you get a bit nervous and you kind of mess it up. But not to worry, that's why Lily bought 4. So there's 2 left, and you can just give it another go.
Can we get the
We sure
dwarf
don't want
to
the
do
other
it?
guy.
instead?
Yeah, sure we don't want the dwarf to do it instead.
Yeah. Instead
Oh,
of,
he's doing it on Than at the moment, so. And
but then they.
yeah, he says no, because as I mentioned already, the Harpers, they don't usually do this, and they've offered to allow him to do it for you guys once. Even though he's pushing the rules.
I'll do the guidance on you.
Alright, you can do guidance. Well, you're not alive yet, Than, so you're not able to do guidance.
But didn't it take an hour for him to do the last spell? No?
Oh, it fails immediately?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotcha.
The scroll's getting burnt straight away. You can't even begin to recite the spell.
Gotcha.
Alright, you got one left before Zaspa has to go and pick up some more. Good luck.
You guys want me to do it again?
You're the only one that can. It's all
Okay.
you.
All right.
Natural 20. Do it.
You gotta believe in the heart of the cards.
Does anyone have inspiration?
Does anybody have
I do not.
No.
Never have it. No one ever has it when you guys need it.
What's inspiration?
If you
the DM's inspiration. I've
the
never received
luck feat.
usually get it from good role playing.
Than has never received DM's inspiration.
Alright,
He just doesn't like me.
as you're burning through these scrolls, Zasper notices and he just kind of says, "Gah!" And he stops the spell on Than. Alright, I'm gonna head back to Mirabar with Lily, and then we're gonna come right back. Or whoever else has got that other conch. And he'll basically just go and pick up more, and you can just give it another go until you get it, basically. Unless you run out of gold, which would be very unlikely.
Okay, so I'll mark off another 1,500.
We'll get two more.
I'll mark it off every time.
Yeah, well,
So when he finishes up, there's somebody that can cast
no, he stops.
some type.
This
he
happens
just
with,
stops.
he stops. He was about 30 seconds into doing his 1 hour spell, and then he sees all the spell scrolls just crumble into ash next to him, so he stops the spell, and he's going to go teleport, come back, and he'll be back within 20 minutes or so. And then he'll come back with more scrolls, but this time he's going to get them from Mirabar instead of Heverlund. And he'll just teleport with teleportation circle. So he goes, he comes back, and give it another go. Everyone else is just resting at this time.
What do you guys want me just clicking on charisma until it actually comes across as a success? That
Well,
Could do.
within reason.
You could plant the bean, see if anything useful comes up.
He comes back with one more, so give it another go.
There you go.
All right, this time he says, "Just relax. I know it's hard to understand the scribblings of another cleric and the likes, but you have to feel connected to the music, or whatever you do there, Mr. the Bard person. But just focus." And then you start to chant the scroll, and this time you go for the full hour without the scroll crumbling apart. And Than gets rezzed about 20 minutes before Roderick, and Zaspa finishes up his spell, and I guess you guys would be rezzed about the same time. Anyway, it's roughly about an hour and 30 minutes after the fight now that we're going to jump to. Zaspa says, "Alright, well, I've got to get going now. Good luck with everything, and remember, no one deserves to be powerless." And then he teleports away within, the blink of an eye. It takes a whole 3 seconds to cast that spell. Gone. So same thing for you, Roderick.
Roderick would be back model. I think he serves for an hour 3 times.
Okay, their free tea turns back into like a red smoke, and he's whisked away into your free tea bottle, and that lid just magically snaps back, while a new lid is created. Alright, something going on with your mic there, David? It's making noises.
Yeah, I got it. Hopefully this time.
Alright, so same thing with you, Roderick. -4 on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. You lose attunement to your magic items as well. And that penalty goes away by 1 every time you complete a long rest.
Yep.
And your griffin's been tending to you as well, and the griffin would have been resting too, so you can roll hit dice for the griffin if you like. It's got 7d10. And the griffin's been nurturing your corpse.
Does it have a hit?
No, you just got to roll the. You want to do it 1 by 1, it's d10 plus 3.
We're not going to take a short rest. Is that right? No. That's all done.
Yeah, but this one's doing it during its thing, so the griffin can.
No, I'm asking for us. I'm not asking for your griffin.
Oh, thanks.
Sounds not that.
Alright, well, this might help to answer your question, because a storm giant comes down the stairs at this exact moment. I think the fire elemental's gone too. You guys all brace as this enormous 25-foot tall giant wielding an enormous greatsword made of whalebone emerges from atop the spiral staircase. Small folk! He looks around and he just sees corpses everywhere.
That's us.
What has happened here?
We were falsely accused. And we were attacked. We merely defended ourselves.
This is terrible. 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 I heard the king's daughters speaking. They planned this, using you as scapegoats, plotting to kill you, to silence your voices, however puny they already may be. It is a sad day to see such a loss of life. Even for lesser giants, they did not deserve this ill fate. They were fooled. I have been told to guard Maelstrom and prevent you all from leaving. But what I have not been ordered to do is prevent you from getting to the princess. That job belongs to other giants. I may turn a blind eye, for I have faith in you, small foe. I don't know if it is in my bones or in the ocean waves, but something tells me there is truth to your story. I want to see how this plays out. But you must hurry. The daughters of King Hecaton are currently filling their younger sister full of lies. And they will seek out to finish the job soon. Get your second wind. I can help you no more.
Thank you. Blessings of the All-Father upon you.
Can you tell where the princess is?
I can tell you where she's not. Ha 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 ha. And he just kind of continues up the stairs without really answering your question.
I can say, get your second win and Roderick.
I don't know. Do I actually get those things back after being revived, or?
No, you're not able to take a short rest if you're dead, unfortunately. You can take it if you're unconscious, but not dead.
We actually had 2 griffins survive. That's actually...
Alright, if you guys have some healing for Roderick and Than. I'd suggest not holding back on that.
Yeah, I got a potion
Yeah.
of superior healing if either one of you wants it.
I can do a prayer healing for both of us.
I'll give them each one of my potions of healing. I have graders.
I have one
Okay.
greater if you still need it after all that.
I've got 2. I'll use one of mine.
Alright, greater healing is also 4d4 plus 4. So there was 1 each from Lily.
Yeah, I deleted it off my sheet, so I just had 2.
I've got Rend has a potion of superior healing. One of them can take it.
I think superior is 8d4 plus 8.
Delete that.
Nice. I'll roll. Or greater for myself as well. Another one.
And you guys didn't lose any spell slots from dying either. You still have any spell slots that you had too.
So the death was attack rolls, ability checks,
And saving throws.
saving throws.
You're going to want to
Yeah.
try to lay off those sorts of methods of attacking until you can get better.
Well, I've got 5 spell slots for command.
Anybody using the superior?
Nah.
I mean, I
I
could.
don't know.
It's 8d4 plus 8. They're pretty rare, so think about it if you really need it.
Yeah. I'm not super useful at the moment anyway. With the -4.
I'm gonna use some of my regular potions.
I have a greater.
That answers that.
I have a greater that I can
I might use my other greater as
donate.
well.
So you're not going to use the superior?
Nah.
No, let's just keep that for now, just in case.
All right, I'll put it back.
There's still a grader up for grabs from Norrin, if anyone wants that.
I'll take that one.
And when you drink the potion, it definitely helps with the symptoms of death. And you're feeling a lot better. All of the scuff marks that was kind of still all over you have gone away. It's just a few scratches and bruises now. As you stand around here, it's very quiet. You don't hear that powerful pipe organ and female voice anymore. It's quite unusually quiet, really. The only real immediate noise is coming from this room where another geyser it shoots up from the center of the pool. Pretty much an hour after it did last time, so kind of just at the end of Guy's short rest, it does that. Other than that, you can just almost hear like the ocean around you, like you're listening inside a hollow shell.
I think up is the only way to go.
The only exit from this area is these stairs.
That's right.
One of my people's still alive. We can ask him if he knows where the princess is.
Oh, the
I
frost giant. It took forever for me to do.
I can't talk to him though.
I suppose we could talk to him if we really wanted to, but that is up to you, my friend.
Yeah.
He went up this way. Let's just ask him.
Okay. Alright, you guys head on over to the Frost Giant's chambers, and there are 2 massive doors here, each one 25 feet tall. And
Bang on it.
you bang on it, and sure enough, a Frost Giant who looks like they've just finished recovering from the battle as well opens the door. and he looks down at you, giving you a stern look. You see just giant-sized guest quarters.
I just kind of hold up a finger or something and then point to who's going to talk to him. Roderick?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Ask him if he knows where that princess is.
Yeah. Oh, did we get his name before? In the conversation?
Not really. You guys were kind of murdering each other, so.
Well, I was trying to talk to people.
Roderick, I'm gonna burn a scroll on you and myself. This is for you.
Yeah, so I'll ask him if he knows where the younger sister is.
You, bearded one. I saw you fall to the ground dead.
I got better.
Ha, ha, ha. That's very impressive. I knew you had balls, but they are strong balls, large, giant testicles that even I would struggle to hold with my big hands. I like that.
Get out.
I think he's hitting on Roderick. It's very weird.
Yeah, well, you weren't too bad yourself back there.
If this was another situation, I would want to rematch you in single combat to prove your mettle. To test it. But, given the circumstances, I think we can see eye to eye, even if you are the size of my big toe.
At least it's the big one.
The King's Court is around the corner from where you intruded on our meeting. There are two stupid, ugly, dumb hill giants guarding the doors. You could probably crack their skulls with one swift blow. Now, I need to think of a way to get out of here.
Would a conch of teleportation help?
One way.
That'd be fine. He just goes to the other side of the room.
My Jarl will be back. I will wait for the Jarl. Now, unless you want to fight some more, I don't care to speak to you, small folk.
It's a tempting offer, but I think we've had enough for right now. We'll save it for those hill giants.
Yes, it is much better to exchange blows than words, for weapons speak louder. And he just heaves this massive door back closed.
Wave bye to him.
Well,
Still need to work on him a bit more, Rend.
It's a beautiful relationship in the blossoming.
Don't forget your griffin too, Roderick. Do you want your griffin?
oh yeah. Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and pull Hey You out.
Okay.
And ride Hey You. Nice.
You're like standing on top of hay.
Cast flying yourself and then just
Alright.
like
I'll move you guys up.
pretend.
I don't know if you saw it, Lily. Ritual cast fire or water breathing on us all the way during that.
Okay. You can do ritual as a sorcerer?
No, Lily did.
Oh, Lily. I was gonna say. I was like, that's something new.
No. I wish I could do it.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, water breathing. Alright, you guys arrive at the top of these spiral stairs. Those of you that are on foot have to basically climb them. They're even bigger than frost giant steps. They're just an extra foot bigger. You arrive at this great hall, and you see all of these conical shells that were acting as kind of like benches and seats for the giants are vacant. In fact, the entire hall is completely vacant, except for this hulking crab, which is stationary here, watching you guys with its giant beady eyes.
Is it an animal? I think I asked you that before.
It's a
Is it an
crab.
animal or a monster?
Make a nature check. This is
Is a crab an animal or a crustacean?
this is not anything you've ever seen before.
That's a 1.
You would presume it's an animal.
Yeah.
It's unique though. You've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
Alright, as you come around the corner and arrive at the landing at the top of these stairs, you do see the same storm giant wearing a helm, standing here guarding this doorway. And he looks over at you all and he points in this direction, turning a bit of a blind eye to your presence.
These guys seem pretty cool.
You're only saying that because you didn't fight one just before, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
2.
are some. There are a couple of hill giants in the way, and they have great artwork.
Okay.
Don't bunch up.
As you guys head to the south here, you see an enormous 30-foot tall arched hallway. And it very much does look like the entrance that precedes a throne room. And standing guard outside the throne room are 2 hill giants. They're wearing armor. One of them has a little crown on his head. And another one wears a bandana over one of his eyes that looks like they've been gouged out. Like his armor is basically just a skirt, and they each carry massive weapons in their hands, long swords basically, or the equivalent of that. Yeah, the one with the throne's just kind of like picking his nose and wiping it on the other one, and the other one is just kind of standing there and not really moving and not really sure if he's even awake or not. They're kind of looking towards you guys. They haven't done anything yet.
Should I try to stick the crab on them?
Just kill.
Why don't you might kill him? Friendly?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, we should be able to just talk to him, right?
Hello, friend.
He, the one with the crown, looks over at you. Hey! We got throne room! Where you escort?
We were told you would escort us to the princess.
You're our escort.
They only speak giant, so someone will have to translate for you if you don't speak giant.
I'll say it.
What do you say, Lily?
You're our escort. They told us you would escort us to the princess. Lord, I hope that it was the princess we're supposed to go see.
No. No. We only supposed to let you if you with Storm Giant. And you must be watching out because there is assassins around here. And they're gonna kill people. And we need to guard the throne room because of that.
But the ordning has been flipped. You guys could be storm giants.
The what?
So now that the ordning isn't in place, you guys can be the storm giants.
Cog, do you know what that is, ordering? Well, I don't know, Cog. We don't know what the ordering is. So,
You don't want to be a storm giant?
why would we want to be that? They too skinny. They not get to eat like us. We better cause we fatter. So, you no come this way.
If you're better, then sure you don't have to listen to the storm giants. So you'd be a better guard for us.
Hey, you could eat whatever you wanted if you're storm giants.
But, no, Storm Giant is our boss.
You'd be your own boss if you were the storm giant.
But how are we gonna get Storm Giant?
You
Get
just
the
say you
weapons
are.
in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Storm Giant! Do me look any different, Cog? No. You're still ugly. Oh, I thank you, Cog. He say me no look different. You is lying. Now, you no have escort or reason to come here. Then, we no let you go in.
I feel like trying to get the crab.
They both stand forward and they raise their long swords.
I'm gonna fly to within 30 feet of this crab.
Man, Norn is
try it.
horrible at lying.
Can I use my charm plants and animals?
Okay.
To
I'm fascinated at what he's trying to do here.
Alright, trying to charm the crab.
yes. 16 is my DC.
Alright, you attempt to beguile the crab, but all of a sudden it just lets out a loud toot and kind of throws you off a little bit. And it starts to raise its claws in the air. And you've kind of pissed it off.
How can I fight the crab?
It's walking sideways and it's slowly coming towards you, Roderick.
I'll tell the hill giants, yeah, our escort's coming here. We got special permission to use the crab instead.
Right, Roderick.
Or we're bringing food.
Yep.
Make a make a deception check, Roderick.
It's a 9.
Alright,
Actually, really check.
they're looking at each other with these glassy-eyed looks. Okay. They just drop their long swords on the ground, just walk straight by you guys, and start just like ripping the crab apart, ripping its arms off. The crab's trying to fly it back. And, oh, it bit me! They just start eating it alive.
That went better
Oh,
than
that's
expected.
disturbing.
Except for the poor crab. The crab didn't deserve that.
It's true, but it was a crab. Trust
Let's
me.
open the doors.
Okay. You guys
Even
move
Mammoth
forward
doesn't think highly of crabs.
and push these doors open. Swing them wide open.
Ah, shit.
Fuck my life.
You head into the throne room. And it's actually an amphitheater. You guys are at the bottom of the stairs of this kind of hemispherical shaped chamber. There are stone bleachers overlooking an oblong chamber, and there is a deep pool of water at its center. You see sconces casting the entire room in this icy cold blue light. And you head in through like an archway, so this is an arched door in between the bleachers, and there are actually steps like overlooking it. Like a Colosseum style, basically. Facing the pool, there are 3 enormous thrones. And sitting on 3 of them are storm giants. There's also Mirren and Nim, who you recognize. The 2 sisters. So, Mirren and Nim. Then sitting on which looks like a larger throne, which it's carved from a solid chunk of obsidian. There are 4 blue dragon skulls affixed to its base, and it's floating 1 feet above the floor. And anyone proficient in Arcana or Intelligence can make a check to see if they recognize this object.
No.
I've determined it's an object.
Proficient in intelligence.
Alright.
I mean, proficient in intelligence. What does that mean?
I mean,
Like history or something?
yeah, sorry, I meant Arcana or History. Intelligence, Arcana, or Intelligence, History. You make
No.
one of those checks. Okay, it's Obsidian Rend. Roderick. Good, Rend.
Okay, so then I can. Yeah. So
Alright.
then, I'm not only proficient,
Okay.
I have expertise.
Alright, you're good, Roderick. Alright, yeah, Rand, you just think it's like a big chair. And Roderick, you identify it because of the obsidian it's cut from. This thing is called the Worm Skull Throne. It was built by dwarven gods and entrusted to the rulers of Shanatar, an ancient dwarven empire. The throne was a symbol of dwarven power and pride for ages untold. And it's fallen into the hands of the Storm Giants, obviously. The Shanatar have long since fallen, though, and there is something else about this throne. There are many thrones like this, and for each throne there is a ruling scepter which must be wielded while you're sitting in the throne to harness its powers. And you can actually recall like all of the different scepters and probably like where they're located or where they were last seen. And they've, some of them have been lost. So there's 9 other ruling scepters of Shanatar. You can identify the Coralnor scepter in her hand. The other ones are the Alatoran scepter, location unknown. The Barakor scepter, held by the Duragar king Orlin Ridagar of Underspires. The Draculor scepter, lying in the hoard of an ancient red dragon called Shava Kanathor. The High Shanatar scepter, which was last seen in the Nalanthana Islands. The Izdakar scepter, hidden in the Sea of Fallen Stars. The Sondar scepter, location unknown. The Torglar scepter, held by the Raisalar noble family of Haluria, which is like way southeast. And the Altoskaraman scepter, lost in the ruins of Myth Ondath near the Great Glacier. And the Zotharangian scepter, location unknown.
I relate all this information unless anyone interrupts me.
So,
like a tour guide?
Yeah. Exactly.
Alright, so yeah, these scepters are extremely powerful, and so are the thrones that are linked to them. And they can only be destroyed by breaking 5 scepters simultaneously on it. And that's never been done before. Never been recorded or sung amongst any dwarves or bards or storytellers.
What a weird rule. Why
So,
5?
very important object, dwarven history.
Majority rule for dwarven culture. To kick some dwarf king out, you have to get majority of the other ones to vote on it.
They're really into numerology.
There's
Yeah.
13 though, right? 5. Anyway.
No, it's 9. 5 out of 7. 5 out of
13
9.
dwarf
10
wolves.
in total. Alright, so sitting on the Worm Skull throne, holding the Coralnor scepter, is, who you would presume, the youngest of Hecaton's daughters, Sarissa.
So sad.
And
I'll bow down.
next to her is an advisor and the Emperor. Emperor Uthar and the advisor Mithril.
And there's storm giants as well.
Yeah, all Storm Giants. 5 Storm Giants in this room.
Okay.
Advisor Mithril, and then what'd you say this one was?
Emperor Uthor.
Oh, okay. I thought you kept saying Emperor.
Emperor. So, as you guys enter, Mirren and Nim immediately both point their fingers at you guys at the same time. There they are, sister! The assassins! We told you they would come!
We are not assassins. Lady Sarissa.
Sarissa looks around at her company. You're not assassin? You have blood on your hand. I heard of the conflict down in the guest chambers.
A conflict engineered by your sisters. Miranil.
Don't listen to them, sister. They will flood your mind with lies, little sister.
Perhaps we can accommodate a more truthful place to discuss, where no lies will be told.
As you speak, the advisor and the imperator are whispering in her ear. Or in her ear. They're leaning over their thrones. Mirren steps forward. Don't you come any closer! We'll hurl lightning bolts at you all and explode your little bodies. Sister, just give us the order, and we'll take care of them. They may have outperformed the lesser, more dim-witted giants, but with the 5 of us, we'll make quick work of them. That's right, sister. They burn
You
easily.
already flat out attacked us.
We just want to help find your father. That's it.
Exactly.
Then we're on our way.
We are here only by the grace and blessing of the All-Father.
Silence!
How else could we have come?
In my court, Sarissa says. Please. I've heard enough arguing. I'm still mourning the death of my mother. Now, you've fought your way through multiple giants, and you've come all the way to Maelstrom, risking your life. You're either suicidal, or there is some merit to your words. Please, if you're able to, take a seat on the bleachers, and I will hear what you have to say. If you maintain
these
order.
The bleachers?
Yeah.
I'll park my griffin on.
Yeah.
I'll sit down.
The advisors, meanwhile, are still whispering in her ears. Now, what is the meaning for your presence here, small folk? Speak.
Speaking in common.
Yeah, she speaks common. All Storm Giants can speak common.
Well,
You're here to fix the ordering. That is our purpose.
and we believe finding King Hecaton is the way to do this.
The Emperor whispers in her ear. I'm advising you, Sarissa, do not trust small folk. Uncle, I'm old enough to make my own decisions. My father has entrusted me with the Coronar Scepter, the Wormskull Throne, and the entire Maelstrom. The entirety of Maelstrom. So I would ask you to please stay out of this. Yes, of course, my queen. Small folk, you say you have an interest in bringing an end to the unrest in giant society?
Yes.
It is
See, the
a
of the
bit
ordering
selfish
is
as well.
entire.
Exactly. It's been very troublesome for our people as well.
Yes. My mother, bless her soul, she used to visit small folk upon the shores of Waterdeep. She told me stories and how you're not as bad as others may believe you to be. I have heard many good tales from your people, and many times have you stopped conflicts throughout the north. But, small folk, you crossed the line when you killed my mother. What do you have to say about this?
I don't think we've ever met your mother.
Yeah, we didn't kill her.
Did we? Hold on a sec, you guys.
In the court.
That we know of. Right? No, we haven't really killed any storm giant.
I don't
Lies!
think we've ever killed a storm.
Mirren says. Lord's Alliance! We found our mother's body washed up ashore with your Lord's Alliance sigil. You small folk. You want to put an end to us. You're unhappy that we hold such power that you're unable to control. Mirren? Yes, sister? Go to your room. And don't exit until I tell you otherwise. But, sister... I am the queen now. You'll do as I say. Go to your room. And you too, Nim. I've heard enough out of you all for one day. They don't seem too happy about that, but they do as they're told and they go to their room. They storm past you guys and kind of whisk past Ren and almost knock people off their feet if they can.
Do we hear them yell when they see the hill giants dissecting the crab?
They start screaming, but just screaming at the hill giants. You incompetent! But the doors are closed at this stage, and you would imagine those hill giants are probably going to be left to their own devices, really, because the sisters, they do what the queen says. And then Mithril interjects, the advisor. Teresa, we have all the evidence we need. Your mother's poor body was found on the shores of Waterdeep, the same location that she would visit. We'd found the sigil of the Lord's Alliance. They left their mark. They wanted it to be known that they are the ones who murdered your mother.
I don't know the Lord's Alliance personally myself, but I don't think that's the kind of thing they would want to do. It seems more like a Zentarum thing to plant a mark like that.
You can make up all the excuses you want, small folk. The evidence is clear cut. Mithril says.
It really doesn't seem to be. You found just one emblem. That is not evidence of anything.
You seem very quick to deny. Deny. Perhaps your sisters are right, my queen. They are assassins. They've come to finish the job and put an end to your lineage.
Why would we do that? What would we hope to gain by doing this?
There's a dwarf amongst your ranks. You have come to usurp the throne, quite literally. Do not trust them, my queen.
We did not even know that was here until we arrived. Why would we come here for that?
Please, I will ask everyone to remain civil in my court. Including you, Mithril.
Not even that interested in you. We're looking for King Hackathon.
What do you know of my father?
I know that the Ordning is upset because he's missing.
We also know that you're the only one we can trust.
Missing?
I could.
And we also know that you need our help.
I'm afraid you're too late, small folk. My parents are dead.
I can't speak to your mother.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I can't speak to your mother, but we have it from the oracle at the eye of the... wherever that was.
Allfather.
Yeah, the giants, the eye of the Allfather that Hecate.
Do you?
The Oracle told us many things. The Oracle told us that we must come here to root out the evil, and that your sisters cannot be trusted.
Yeah, I don't think what you said was accurate, Lily. I don't think the Oracle said anything about King Hecate.
I thought it said he was missing.
No.
That's what it's cost. Oh, I don't know.
No, yeah.
The questions
missing
are here.
meant-
The answers to the questions
Yeah.
are all here.
Okay, let me reread them. I thought the guy was missing.
There was a storm giant on a rock that was looking for the king.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm conflating them.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Um,
the queen is dead.
We asked where he was, but then we had to ask a different question.
Is maybe
It
Do we
did
still
say
have- do we
she
still have
has
a telepathic
really
link between us, or no?
she's the only one that can be trusted.
Those
The
that
telepathic link only lasts an hour, so no.
oh yeah.
No. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I just got my head turned around. Doesn't look like it says anything about that there.
Just the Oracle also told us that you have a clue to your father's whereabouts and that you need our help. Do you know what this clue is?
The Oracle?
Hopefully
Well,
you're.
Father.
The All
Hopefully she
Father.
can trust who she's with in the room here.
This. All right, she reaches into her pocket and she pulls something out that seems so tiny that you can't actually see it in her hand, and she holds it close to her chest. The Oracle told you of this?
He did not tell us what exactly it was. Just told us that we were to seek you out.
That it was a clue to your father's whereabouts.
Yeah, and then you needed our help.
My queen, I urge you, you should not give these small folk evidence, Emperor Uthar says. This is an ongoing investigation. You could be giving away information that will be used against you.
We're only here to help. We're not here to use anything against you.
You're right, Uncle. This may be the only clue to my mother's murderer. I don't want it falling in the wrong hands. But the small folk, they've come so far and endured much. Would this all be for naught? They are behaving in a civil manner. I see none of them brandishing weapons. Some of them have given their lives for this cause. Don't, my queen. I urge you. These adventurers cannot be trusted. For all we know, they're the ones who murdered your mother and abducted your father. And then she kind of shuts her mouth.
if we were able to do that,
Wait a second.
Wait.
Hold up.
She said abducted.
I never said my father was abducted. We're not sure if he's been murdered or captured. What do you know about this, Mithril? She said it! She points at Lily. She said before that the Oracle said that he's been kidnapped, my queen.
Didn't say kidnap.
And I thought we were here to deceive you. Not. Why would you take our word?
You seem wise. I think you should trust your own judgment rather than your advisors, who I think are giving you bad.
Advisor Mithril, what do you mean by my father has been abducted? And everyone make an insight check. Group insight check, please.
Since her name's Mithril, can I use expertise on this?
You can to recall that Mithril is a metal.
I think one of us is insightful.
I got the -4 to that, but still.
Alright, Sarissa is looking around. You guys don't get any further insight into the situation. And she says, what do you know about my father, then, small folk? What else has this oracle told you?
I think we've told you everything we know. We're limited. We were only able to ask so many questions of the oracle, and all we know, without a doubt, we are to seek you out.
Also,
help
the
you.
oracle didn't know where he was.
We did
Somehow,
ask
for some reason.
where your father was, but
We did?
we were asked to ask a
You
different
did.
question.
Yeah, you didn't get an answer on that one.
Oh, so it's not on the notes.
Yeah.
Did
We
ask
were-
who the traitor was in your court, and it was your sister.
My sisters? But perhaps this oracle of yours is incorrect. My sisters have been by my side, and if it was not for their support, well, I don't know what I
oracle-
would have done.
Oracle says they covet the throne. Believe you're in danger from them.
They are right, my queen, Mithril says. Listen to them. Perhaps they are the ones responsible for all of this. I've heard enough out of you now, Mithril. I'll ask you to remain silent.
She swings her vote pretty quickly.
She does. I'll offer. You know what? I'm going to offer the queen. I'll just say, Queen Sarissa, if you allow me to cast a spell, I will create an area where it will shield us from lies, and I'll know if your advisors are telling the truth, myself included.
Make
I
a
offer this.
persuasion checks then.
Ugh.
At least you asked for permission instead of just doing it.
Of course.
I have heard of such a spell. Queen, I would advise you not to listen to their tricks. It could be a destructive spell.
If it's a destructive spell, then I don't stand a chance against you three. So why would I do that?
I guess you could cast it in the room we were just in instead of in here, and then we could all go out to it.
Advice a liar would give. They wouldn't want something that would only show.
My offer stands. You can dictate the terms on how you want it to happen, but my offer stands.
Watch your tongue, little one. You are still in the presence of your queen and you're throwing around false accusations. Mithril, I have told you that I've heard enough out of you. And uncle, I am capable of making my own decisions. Yes. Let us all speak the truth here. And she kind of looks over at Mithril when she says that. You may approach the throne, small folk, just you.
Norn starts to grip the lance. Feel like something's about to go down.
Do you want me to cast the spell?
Go ahead.
All right. I'll cast Zone of Truth.
Alright, cast Zone of Truth. Whoa.
Centered on her throne, I guess. I have to center it on something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you just do it in an area. It doesn't have to be like an object. So it's like this. Alright. The second that spell goes up, Sarissa turns to Mithril immediately with a smirk on her face. So, Mithril, let us speak the truth. What do you know of my father's abduction?
Doesn't it take a second?
One action.
6 seconds.
6 seconds.
And, alright. Mithril, tries to resist. and you'll be able to tell that then. And what's your DC?
16, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Or I don't know. Maybe it's less now. I don't know.
Mithril, I know DC remains the same. Mithril actually makes a saving throw. So you're aware that she's actively resisted the spell, but she still can't speak a lie within it. But, why am I the one being questioned, my queen? They are the small folk. Lord's Alliance. Assassins sent here. Answer the question, Mithril. I see. Small folk. You've earned my trust. And I've decided that I will give you this token. This is the only piece of evidence that alludes to my mother's murderer. Perhaps if you can find the ones that murdered my father, my mother, then you can find the ones that kidnapped my father, as I have just learned that he has been kidnapped. Mithril. And Sarissa goes to hand you something. That thing in her hand, then. It's so small.
Okay.
It's the size of a coin. It looks like this.
Ah, that's the friggin'
What? What is it?
casino.
It's a-
The Zentarum casino on the river, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we've
Oh.
been there.
Golden Goose Token. The Riverboat Casino in Yartar. So, there you go. You can spend that up. You've got 28 now.
What a weird clue.
That is a bizarre clue. Okay.
Alright, when this happens, something else happens. Mithril starts to chuckle. Very clever! Very clever, small folk! And, hold up.
Use the drag.
I'm trying to speak and people are moving. Let's just move you back. Just because
That
I'm
is dead.
explaining
Again.
something doesn't mean that this isn't all happening instantaneously. So everyone just hold up. Otherwise, other people are going to move. For example, blocking off your escape. Mithril then transforms.
I knew it. Fucking knew it.
Eep.
It's Imrith.
Ah, bollocks.
That fucking horn on her head. Oh no.
Was there a horn on the other art?
Yeah.
Than shit's his
Wow.
Ah!
Clue.
Very clever, small folk!
The ring, that's it.
Alright, I'm gonna roll initiative.
Wait, I don't want to go first.
Alright, Ren. What do you do?
So wait, do we recognize this dragon? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Imrith.
The one,
That's Imrith. That's the one that
The one that-
chased us out of the ice
Harshnag, yeah.
Harshnag
Yep,
fight.
this is the one that fought Harshnag in the Eye of the Allfather and tried to kill you guys. Yeah.
You again.
To get some more giants. in.
Very clever, small folk. You've got it all figured out, don't you?
We're trying to. You're not really helping us out, though.
Alright. Someone go for help. Alright. I'll
Call
bonus
911.
rage. Yeah. I'll bonus rage. And 10, 25, 30. Shit.
Oh shit! You're going in?
I'm not gonna let the
Damn.
dragon kill the woman. So until she gets to safety or Than gets to safety, I gotta do something.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah,
Save
the rest of
princess from
you,
the dragon.
do something.
What, something which you like.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So I don't know. Escape. All right. Shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna reckless, but I'll attack with the flame tongue.
It's a miss.
Miss, of course. Try it once more.
Whoosh. The dragon will cast shield and block that attack. 24 bounces straight off.
Oh, cool.
At the end of your turn, Imrith will take a legendary action and just kind of swat you with its tail. Rend.
Alright.
Whoosh. You hit for 11 bludgeoning damage. Roderick.
How is this dude reacting?
He's angry. He's actually drawn a trident and he just yells, "Dragon!" And he's rearing up to fight the dragon.
Yeah. How about other people outside the room? Would they be able to hear this going on? I probably can't open the doors anyway.
You mean the hill giants?
Yeah.
You're not really sure if they're going to get involved. But that other storm giant, the guard, he wouldn't be able to hear what's going on over here.
Okay. Don't have anything for that. Would I be able to open those doors myself?
With an athletics check, yeah.
Yeah, so no.
They're large
Got
doors.
-4. Is my griffin large enough to be able to open them?
The griffin can try and open it. You'll have to let the griffin... I know, griffin can try to open it, yeah. That's part of its movement. It can push a door open.
Yeah, so it's this. He's got +4.
It'll be an athletics check,
Mine.
yeah.
-4 at the moment. I will... what's the movement? See. I'll try to get the griffin to open it with the strength.
Alright, it flies over, places its talons on the doors and pushes with all its might, but they don't budge.
Alright. I am going to command the dragon to grovel.
Let's see how this goes.
Alright, it has advantage. 21.
Ha! Dang.
Just enough.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's all I can do. I suppose Griffin can dodge as well.
Jarek. Hey there, Jarek. You're muted.
Sorry about that. All right, yeah, this is the dragon that we ran away from last time, right?
Yeah.
We were told to run away from last time.
Yeah. One that Harshnag gave his life to heed your escape.
Right, and how tall are these stairs? They're
Each bleacher is 5 feet tall, so it'll cost basically an extra 5 feet to get up each one. Difficult terrain.
okay, so that's as far as I can go, I guess. And that stand down there, right? So I'm gonna cast. Let me just make sure that I'm gonna be able to reach them. But I'm just gonna. If the dragon attacks, I'm gonna shoot an Already in action.
Okay.
Seb, can you hear me?
I mean,
Already in action.
all right. Okay. You're readying Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, just an Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Alright, you may want to take that now because the dragon's attacking Rend at the end of your turn. It
Okay, then.
swings its tail at Rend. And Rend, you're hit for 9 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
First beam is a miss. It hits the shield and dissolves. Second beam is also a miss. The spell dissipates on the dragon's shield. The third beam does not penetrate the shield either.
Okay.
Lily.
Okay. What'd you say about movement here? It's double movement?
Yeah, for each black line you go through, add an extra 5 feet onto how much you've moved this turn.
Okay. So let's see then. So it'd be 5, 10 for the black line, 15, 20 for the black line, 25? That look like 25 to you?
10, 15, 25, 30.
Okay, 30. And then I am going to try to protect the princess. Or queen? Queen? Princess? I don't know. Which?
Queen. The queen's dead, so she's the prince. She's the queen now.
Okay.
Well, actually,
put a wall
technically, she was the queen until like kind of that revelation that the king's not dead. So she basically just instantly got demoted back to princess.
Princess it is. Can I put a wall of force around her to protect her from the dragon?
If you want to cover in the wall of force, it's up to you. You can do. It's
do it around the dragon?
10 by 10-foot panels.
It could do a sphere, right? Let's see, sphere of radius of up to 10 feet. Can I hamster ball her?
You can fit her in that.
She's the only one who believes us. I really don't want her to die.
Well, I imagine that the other guy believes us now too.
Alright, Imrith chuckles like she knows what spell you've done and says, very clever!
Again, I don't feel clever.
Alright, Wall of Force.
You're the smartest one here.
It's a 10-foot radius. Alright, the dragon set its eyes on you now, Lily.
Alright, I guess I'll throw a bonus action for blade singing. I'm sure that won't help me though.
And any more movement? End turn? Action, bonus action? Movement.
I guess I'd have 10 feet left, so...
Oh.
I don't know what to do with them. I just stand over here behind Jarek so that he gets hit by...
Alright, the dragon's going to take to the air. Rend and Than, both you need to make a dexterity saving throw. The dragon flies towards Lily. Flying up
I was at advantage.
30 feet in the air. And just leaps up off the ground. An explosion of air assaults Rend and Than. And the dragon just says to Lily, a wall of force! I could just disintegrate it, but I'd much rather disintegrate you. And the impact, you've actually got an opportunity attack, Rend, but you will be at disadvantage because you and Than are both knocked prone. And Rend, you take 6 bludgeoning damage, Than, you take 13. Actually, yeah, you take 13, Than. Swing and a miss. Thomas.
The doors are still closed, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's shoot a sunbeam.
Alright, you cast Sunbeam, golden energy surrounds your hand, and poof, shoot Sunbeam up at the dragon. And the dragon takes half damage. Or is it none on a success for that one?
I didn't cast the description.
Let me check. I think it's...
I think it's half. When they fail, they get blinded. If I remember correctly.
On a successful save, yeah, they take half. Alright, the radiant energy kind of sears into this ancient dragon's scales, slightly burning it. Doesn't bother Imrith too much. Norin.
Alright, let's, I'll fly. Well, the griffin will fly. I won't. 30 feet there. The griffin. You said the griffin can make the athletics check.
Yeah, you're gonna attempt to push the doors open.
Okay. So my griffin will try to do that.
Alright, it swings the doors open.
Like lands on the door for a second and then pops back off.
Alright, you still see these buffoons pulling apart the hulking crab, just chewing on it. The sisters are gone as well.
I'll yell as loud as I can that there is a dragon. In giant. Just so at least these two fools will understand.
Okay, they look over in surprise. Huh? And they'll be reacting. They'll join initiative next round and see how they'll react.
I'm going to, with my action, let's see if I can piss her off a little bit. Just gonna throw some javelins at her.
Miss.
Nope.
Miss. The javelins hit this invisible force chasing the dragon and just bounce straight off.
Yep.
Another miss.
Alright. My griffin will take the dodge action. In case we get hit by some lightning. It'd be good for it to have. Alright. That is, well, I guess it would already have that anyway because of my mounted combatant. Whatever. That's my turn.
Than, you can use half your movement to stand up.
I will stand up. I will cast Bless on myself and Rend, and I'll try to put it on the
Me?
I can't reach you. Sorry. I would have.
He should have got shunted over here from Wall of Force too. Yeah, you can put it on
I'm sorry.
him. I was just saying.
I'll put it on the.
He got
Yeah. Can I
shunted
put it
a
on the
little bit.
princess?
No,
I try to.
you can't get through the Wall of Force.
Okay. Then I can only get the two of. I can get this guy. What was his name again?
Uthor.
Uthor. I'll try to put it on Uthor. Yeah.
Sure.
And I'm gonna. Do I have enough movement to get to behind this throne? Is that?
You got 20
I
left.
cover? I can dash, bonus action dash,
Sure.
and I will try to get. Does that give me any cover at all behind the throne?
Yeah, if something's on the other side of it, it will give you, depending on where they are, it'll give you cover. Either 3/4 or half cover. It really depends on where the other creature is, though.
Okay. Well, nothing can pass through the forest, wall of forest, right?
No.
Her.
You can't target a spell through it.
So if I were to go behind her, was that like a safer situation?
Yeah, you'd have total cover, like if something's on the other side of it.
Okay, I'll go down here, and that's what I'll do.
Alright, the Emperor takes his trident and just yells, "Dragon!" And you know these giants are lightning based. So there's not much they can do, really. But he throws his trident up at the dragon. Ah! 32 is a hit. It breaks through Imarith's shield, piercing through some of her dull indigo-colored scales. That tickled!
Oh, they've got to get the frost giants in here. They'll love it.
How do you throw so many tridents? Uthar yells at Lauren, and ends his turn there. Alright, Sarissa, completely oblivious to the fact that that wall of force has been cast on her, she activates the throne. And she points the... Yeah, she just activates the throne at the moment. The throne is levitating off the ground. She goes to fly up, but she just kind of hits the ceiling of the wall of force.
Oh crap, I'm sorry. I'll drop it in a second.
Oh, yes, you will, Imarith says. I concur. You know, I was planning to leave. I didn't realize you were looking to play. Perhaps you didn't feel my force burn. I've been waiting to show it off!
No, you can still leave.
And Imarith
Bye-bye now.
uses this incredibly powerful attack. Opens up the arcane weave into beams of raw magical energy. And she's going to fire a beam at Lily. With her force burn. It shoots out from the dragon's mouth, just a beam of energy. And it hits you for 69 force damage.
Can I try to shield it? Or is that you can't?
You can shield.
Okay, I'll try.
Alright, as you try to shield, Imarith is going to counterspell you.
I still gotta cast it. So there.
Yeah, well, you had to cast it because you didn't get the choice if you find out you're being counterspelled or not to not suddenly cast. Alright, it's not just regular counterspell, you get arcane feedback.
Mm-hmm.
You're hit for 20 psychic damage. You also lose 2 spell slots, starting from the lowest and working their way up. So 2 first levels. That's from the force burn. And then the counterspell...
hold on a second. There, I screwed up my HP for a second.
Alright, with the counterspell, in addition to the usual effects, the arcane feedback, because Imarith's basically the most powerful arcane caster in Faerun, you're also hit for 20 psychic damage from that counterspell. So you take a total of 89 points of damage.
Okay, I'm laying on the ground.
Alright, the wall of force drops, and Imarith just says, "Ha! Ha 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 ha! Oh, don't want to play anymore." And then we'll just fire off the other 2 beams at the uncle. Wah!
Shit.
He's hit for 74 force damage, and then he's hit for another 54 force damage, and the uncle is bloodied now.
Was the Seb, was the first one a crit or no?
The dragon doesn't have advantage, no.
Okay.
And oh well, that was underwhelming. And then Imrith swoops down and charges Sarissa and snatches the Kolinar scepter from the princess. And immediately Sarissa becomes paralyzed. And Roderick, you know this is because you can't control the throne without the scepter. Imrith's able to snatch it straight out of her hands. And just ends her turn there. Basically just laughing in the uncle's face. Look at your princess now! And then looks over at Rend. Hi!
Hey.
Rend, you can use half your movement to stand up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, stand up and then move 5 next to her. I'm gonna use my bonus to ignite the flame tongue, and then I'm gonna go ahead and reckless attack.
Okay. Did you ignite it last turn, right?
No, I went rage last time.
Oh,
so
okay,
I
that's
didn't
right.
ignite it.
Alright. 31. A mighty blow on the dragon. Hit. Whoosh, you slash through it. Yeah! Impressive! You cut my foot!
Let's try that again.
Whoosh. This time, Imrith interposes its hardest scales, and you still cut through them with a 24. I haven't been scarred like this for, I don't know, 300 years? The dragon still only got superficial injuries.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Roderick.
Yep. Can she be pulled off the throne? Or
When you look at the queen and you see the Kolinar scepter in Imrith's hand, you know that the queen / princess, she's not able to separate from the throne now until that scepter is returned to her hand.
okay, so even if someone was to try to pull her off, like,
Yeah, she's basically screwed, unless she can get that scepter back in her hands.
okay.
You've heard of like some ancient dwarven kings getting drunk and like losing the scepter or having it stolen off them and spending the remainder of their centuries dying slowly in this throne in this paralyzed state.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, that would kind of suck.
That's why a couple of the scepters have gone missing. But they died happy because the last thing they did was to get drunk.
Yeah, so it's kind of worth.
Worth it.
So, I suppose I'm gonna chuck my lions at the dragon and see if. Actually, no, they wouldn't be able to like. What kind of thing would it be to take the scepter back?
You'd need like telekinesis or incapacitate the dragon.
Yeah. So you can't just like.
Or maybe
grapple it.
like a disarming attack from a fighter.
Yeah. It's one that I didn't take. I reckon I'll just shoot the dragon with one shot. Where's
Longbow +1.
You can barely knock an arrow, and you try it, but the arrow goes awry.
And then I'm going to use my commander strike on Ren's like, why don't you do it?
Wait, what is that?
You get to attack.
You do it
you get to
instead. Attack maneuver.
Yeah.
All right, so I attack. You say I attack? Okay.
Yep.
And yeah, you don't like being told what to do, Ren, so you just miss on purpose.
Sorry.
That's all right. And then I'm gonna fly out here. I've got 20 that.
Alright, these giants, they open their eyes and they say, "Oh shit, we gotta get to work!" And yeah, they're in the initiative now. Cog and Tug.
Can this dude hear me from here if I called out to him?
Yeah, he's starting to look over, and yeah, he could hear you. You yell really loudly.
Yeah, I'll do that. I suppose I could get him to dash if I needed to as well to go further. I'll go a bit further out and go out, like, bring everyone. That dragon that I forget the name of again.
You yelling out to the storm giant?
Yeah.
He just says, "Dragon in the king's court!" And yeah, that's pretty unplausible, so you'd have to use your action to actually persuade him.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Even though it's true, the thought of a dragon being in the storm giant's court to them is absolutely absurd.
Yep.
Jarek.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move a bit. Right there. I'm gonna, as a bonus action, I am going to use a warlock spell slot and cast Word on Lily at third level.
Alright, Lily, feeling a bit better. And you open your eyes, you can still feel this strange sensation riddling your body from that arcane feedback.
I'll level with you. I still feel pretty miserable.
At least you can walk. And I will dodge.
Lily, you've never felt such an incredible surge of the Fazrez, the arcane weave, before. And
Yeah, and I didn't like any part of it.
you can stand up with half your movement speed.
Okay. I think what I'll do is I'll blade sing again. Stand up for half my movement. Well, I guess I don't need it. You know what? I can't reach anybody in here anyway. Never mind about the blade sing. I'll just straight up stand up. I have 15 feet left. Let's see. 10, 15. And then I'm gonna get myself out of danger with a dimension door.
Where are you dimension door? Are you visualizing or describing a direction?
I'm gonna visualize that room we were just in out here that the giant crab was in. Probably like on top of one of those seashells that were in the room.
Which one? You can just like basically choose one.
I'll pick this one here.
Sure. Alright, you disappear and you reappear on this giant conical shell.
Okay. On this shell right here.
Alright, you see the storm giant giving Roderick a discerning look. The hill giants starting to like look behind themselves in a panic, and the two sisters are nowhere to be seen.
That's all Lily can do, and then Hayes gonna head after me.
At the end of your turn, the dragon's gonna chuckle and smack Emperor Uther with a tail. And whoosh, hits him. Slaps him over the face. He's looking kind of beat up. Alright, Heyu is just not chasing after you, dashing.
Yeah, just chase after me.
Alright, the familiar chases after you, and at the end of Heiyu's turn, the dragon is going to whack the storm giant again because it's having so much fun. This is great! Oh, so long I've been waiting to do this! And it's just like beating him into a pulp. Thomas.
Oh boy. Alright, I'll kick around the corner. The dragon doesn't look very injured at all, does it?
It doesn't really, like, it's been hit, but it doesn't look injured, no.
Stub its toe at some point.
Well, I'll still quicken a fireball right above it, so it only hits him, her.
Go for it. Alright, there's an explosion. Roll on the wild magic surge table.
Oh, don't become a plant.
Imrith succeeds. The fire does scorch its wings and scales slightly.
Oh my god.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw. All the pretty lights, Thomas, there's pretty lights. Alright, you resist your own confusion spell.
Alright, and then yeah, as an action, I'll fire a beam of the sun beam.
I'll give you concentration for that too.
Aiming high.
Yeah, the dragon's so big you can just, like, I mean, this thing could probably get to like 40 feet high if it really perched up. And this radiant beam shoots through the dragon, again scorching its scales, and some of these small injuries are starting to add up. The dragon does have some scuff marks on it now. Norin.
Yeah.
Tear shit up.
Norn is gonna take the lance out of its holster.
Yes. Dive bomb. I love it.
And Ride of the Valkyries is playing in his head as he charges in with the lance. Oh, he wouldn't go that far because you need to be 10 foot away.
The dragon smiles and welcomes you. You know what? I was getting quite bored with this life, and you're making things interesting! That hits. Is it a crit? Oh no. Is your griffin bigger than a dragon? No, no. Alright, you just joust forward and impale the lance straight into the dragon's socketed face, piercing its cheek. A little line of blood drips down.
You rolled a 1 again?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just how you roll with that fucking lance.
And you swing back on the griffin and stab again. This time cutting through the dragon's ear. Ah! Spicy.
Good tips.
Again.
And another hit. As the dragon's being cocky, you find an opening and use the griffin, fly up under the neck and pierce this lance, which is really the size of a large needle in comparison, straight in to the dragon's neck. But it does damage. And there's like this blistering wound that it's going to probably leave a small scar on the dragon now.
Oh man, I think I pissed it off. Yeah, let's I'm gonna hold on to the axe and surge. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
At the end of your turn, Imrith just says, "My turn," and it's going to tail attack you, Norin. Just kind of flicks its tail behind it as it's focused on Imrith, focused on Sarissa, one of its claws perched up on the worm skull throne, Kolnar scepter curled up in one of its giant fingers, and its tail just whoosh, sneaks towards you and poof, hits you for 23 bludgeoning damage.
Again, plate doesn't really matter when they have a plus 16. Okay.
You might as well just be naked.
Yeah.
Then
All right, I've got a few questions. So does the princess look defenseless at this point?
yeah, she's like in this stance where she's like holding up the scepter and kind of looking over towards the uncle with a shocked look on her face, and she's frozen, paralyzed
So the
in that position.
scepter's in the dragon's mouth, like completely away from her.
It's in the
She has
dragon's
no-
finger. The dragon just snatched it out of her hand when she wasn't looking.
Okay, and then so she cannot attack it with anything, from what I can tell.
She looks paralyzed.
She looks paralyzed. And the uncle is wielding what?
Nothing. He threw his trident. He's gonna go pick it up. He had a trident in his hand, and it's like kind of over here.
I know this is probably pointless, but I'm gonna try to command the dragon to drop. I guess the scepter that it's holding.
The dragon smiles.
She goes, drop it, drop
You
it.
make me feel so small.
I cannot tell a lie. This is fun.
I can't even
And
find my spell. Hold on.
dragon's actually still in the zone of truth, so you can make some use of that too.
Ask her questions. Ask her questions.
Where are you? Here we are.
16.
Damn it.
Is that your DC?
It sure is.
Alright, the dragon resists your command.
Alright, I will bonus action put the help action on the dragon.
You'll have my undivided
Leave me.
attention.
Put it on Norin.
And do I? Let's see here. All right, I will end my turn, I suppose, if I can.
The uncle just says, "Dragon! How dare you intrude our court in the name of King Hecaton and Queen Neri!" He picks up his trident and he holds it up to the sky. "I summon upon the power of the sea, the power of the ocean, the power of the waves, and..."
The power of friendship.
It's a trident of Fish Command.
He's old school Aquaman.
Rah! A giant hunter,
something.
a hunter shark
Yay!
just comes out of the water and tries to bite the dragon. And it,
Yeah!
Like Chris.
the shark dives out of this pool of water at great speed, launches itself through the air with the momentum of its dive, and latches onto the dragon's neck. Ah! What the fuck? Ah! The dragon starts screaming as the shark is firmly attached to its neck. Feel the power! Uther says.
It's a new trick. I need to learn how to do that.
Okay, so that happened.
I like how you were like, yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Alright, Sarissa is frozen, and the dragon just says, "Get this slimy fish off of me!"
Enemy starts laughing.
I've not had so much fun for the longest time, small folk. I think I would much prefer to continue this game. But I have other business that I must take care of urgently. And the dragon casts a spell.
I can't do anything about it.
And that spell is teleport.
Oh,
Taking the shark with it as well. I'm taking this shark!
For a mid-fight snack.
And just like that, with the shark dangling onto Imrith's neck, and the Kolnar scepter in its hand, Imrith disappears in the blink of an eye, whisked away to maybe its desert lair.
Oh no. And she's just gonna sit there paralyzed this entire time. That's not good. Just name my griffin.
Is it a curse? Can you remove curse on her?
Normal things that remove petrification will work. Or does it seem like too powerful of a thing?
From what Roderick has learned, unless you're destroying the Worm Skull throne with 5 other scepters, the only way to get her out of the stasis is to reunite her with the scepter.
I mean,
Wow.
technically, if she's in small enough pieces,
That's plan Z.
Immediately, the uncle is beside himself, trying to wake Sarissa up, but he comes to a pretty quick realization that she doesn't have the Kolnar scepter. Sarissa! Small folk! What is it that the princess gave you before that treacherous dragon revealed itself?
Are you amongst Princess Sarissa's trusted court?
I am her uncle. I've cared for her since she was a small child. My brother and my sister have fallen into the treachery of this dragon. My foolishness, my ignorance is to blame.
Your Marin and Min's uncle as well. And it appears they're behind this. Who will you?
Are they small folk?
What? We're still at the. He's in the zone of truth, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right.
As
And
you can see, I know the truth.
and is
the Oracle told
do
us
I know that? Do I know that he's under the spell? That
Yeah, he hasn't tried to resist it at all.
okay.
They were acting suspicious, but
Well, the Oracle flat out told us they couldn't be trusted. That they covet the throne.
I will admit to you, small folk, there is merit with what you say. I've watched the conflict between the siblings.
Well,
You may want to sit down.
down.
Let me tell you the story about the Ordning. Prior to the shattering of the Ordning, King Hecaton was arguably the most powerful of all storm giants. From our citadel, deep within the trackless sea, he presided over this court. The court included representatives of every race of giant, from mighty storm giants to lowly hill giants. He used the power of the Worm Skull throne, a gift given to him by his wife, to keep these more unruly giants in line. For as long as the king had reigned, Fear of the king's wrath and respect for the ordning was enough to keep the lesser giants from rising up against him. But it is true, small folk, that our era has long since gone. The king, in recent years, he has become convinced that the age was past, evidenced by our growing distance between our gods and us. You have spoken to Adam the Allfather. To me, that is not some far-flung, far-fetched tale. For Adam the Allfather no longer answers our prayers. We are out of touch. We are waging war against one another, on this plane and others. The king was right. We are no longer the rightful masters of this world. And his fear became a reality when the ordning was shattered. The king was profoundly shaken by the realization that we may lose our apex status amongst the giants. He has tried for several months to keep this court together, only by bullying weaker giants into submission. His wife, my sister, the queen, she was particularly fond of small folk. She would visit you often in the years before this ordning was sundered, rising up out of the sea to meet you on the shores of the Sword Coast. She was a reason, a voice of reason to the king, urging her husband to respect the civilizations of the small folk, leave you alone if he could not countenance forming alliances with you. Hecaton, he has always been inherently distrustful of small folk, never wanting anything to do with you all, but he would respect my sister's desire to treat you on occasion. She would continue to visit you small folk from time to time, even after the upheaval, until the day came when she failed to return from one of her trips to the Sword Coast. I, as the commander of the king's garrison, found Neri's corpse, my poor sister. She was on a small island where she had been known to meet with humans, and it was clear that she was killed by small folk. My brother-in-law, Hecaton, he wept for days, and he threatened to unleash his vengeance on your unsuspecting coastal territories. I tried to calm my brother's rage, but I could not, so I turned to the young princess for help. She has always shared her mother's affection for small folk, and she stood next in line to inherit the Wormskull throne. She urged her father to uncover the truth before lashing out at anyone, and he was swayed by her level-headedness and wisdom. His anger was like a hurricane, now nothing more than a breeze in the wind. Unfortunately, however, we've all been blinded by the squall. Blinded by enemies, not only in our court, and he looks at the empty throne, but also in his family, and he looks to the hallway. So, I am left without a path now, small folk, looking only to you for the answers. You can stop dodging there, Jericho. You don't need to dodge it like that. And you stop being reckless, friend.
Surely there's hope, since the dragon Hecaton was merely ambushed or kidnapped.
I must admit, part of me was hoping the king was dead, so we could start a new reign with Sarissa on the throne. Look forward to a new future. But if you had not arrived, small folk, that evil dragon would have clawed its way deeper into her mind, and who knows what it may have brainwashed her into doing.
But what now? And why do you think Sarissa's siblings are doing what they're doing? Were they brainwashed as well? Or do they have evil in their hearts?
They will face the court of Stronmes. There we will get the answers from them. I will keep them on lockdown until that day. But you small folk, you say you have a clue to the whereabouts of the king. The king must pass his judgment on his daughters. If he is alive, there is no one that has power over this court other than him. He must be located immediately.
We must go to a traveling gambling boat, I guess.
Now is not the time to gamble. You need to find the king, I said.
This is the clue that we have. I show him the coin.
Oh. Well. Let's hope that we don't leave our fate to putting all of our fate on black. Get it? Casino joke? Never mind.
Yeah, 22 black. My favorite number.
Black squares matter.
Your niece is paralyzed there, and you're making puns. Bad ones at that. Come on.
Small folk.
Obviously, it needs to be recovered.
Do you know anything about this dragon? You said you had encountered it before.
Yeah. In the hall of the Allfather. We were attacked.
A friend of ours dropped a mountain load worth of stone on top of her. And,
Collapsed the entire chamber, yeah.
And the beast still survived.
Must have teleported away just like they did just now.
Ah, yes.
And I also were relayed the information by the dragon cultist that she lives in the desert of Anarok and is known as the Doom of the Desert. She's a spellcaster and a shape changer. And she and Cloth know each other, but they rarely meet. And her presence in Cloth's domain would be provocative. So you can relay that information. The desert. Well, I say we find the king. And then we go pay this dragon a little visit.
I like the way you think.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, we killed all your allies.
I'm sure there's plenty more.
What? With the princess in this state, the queen dead and the king missing, it is up to me to keep things in order here for the time being. I will summon the guards, and I'll see to it that Murin and Nim do not leave Maelstrom. You came here by conch of teleportation, I presume.
Yes.
You may leave via the meditation cave. Its magic can be attuned to, and you can use it to teleport yourselves away. And he points down this tunnel.
Where does it teleport us to?
A location that you choose. The same magic that powers the conch powers this cave. But it won't just take you downstairs, you'll be able to go elsewhere. That would just be useless. but kind of
Well,
convenient. I hate
Teleport
stairs.
back to that town where they.
Oh please! If we had the ability, people would teleport from the couch to the fridge.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Small folk, I want to thank you. Although I have not much in the way of reward, I know that you're not just doing this for your own sake, but you're doing this for all of the people of Astoria. Or Faerun, as you call it. I urge you,
We are.
use the princess's clue and find the king. If Anim has sanctioned it, then perhaps there still is hope for our existence.
We'll do what we can. And we'll be back as soon as we can.
Alright, I must go and tell the guards. Hey, what are you guys doing to that crap? Hey!
Let's go, let's go.
And the other storm giants, come to the door as well. Kind of heard all this. And some guards start to form after the place is put on alert.
Wait, where do you say for us to go?
Here?
Yeah, this cave over here.
Search her while she's paralyzed to see if she has anything else.
You want to search her?
Literally.
No.
Copperfield. Bastard.
Red.
Bryn, did you take a wrong turn?
Alright. Alright, you guys come to this naturally formed cave. It has all this bioluminescent lichen and coral and snails and starfish clinging to its damp walls. And it kind of just looks like a normal cave. It's actually kind of serene though. You can hear this white noise of the ocean around you. And you're guessing you just basically attune to it like a magic item. Meditate and become one with the cave, apparently. So
Sorry. One of us has to do it.
who wants to become one with the cave?
I can. Yes. I mean, I'm not attuned to anything at the moment, so.
Oh yeah, that makes the most sense.
And also, it's a cave. I was born for this.
All rocks.
Negative
Yeah,
rock.
that makes sense.
Do we? I'd like to attune to my item or items again too, if we're gonna do that.
Yeah. You're probably going to want to have a sleep as well before you move on to anything more.
Yeah.
Alright, right, you can attune to one item now if you want. Which one do you want to attune to?
I'm gonna do my my strength one.
Okay. And you guys can take a short rest because this does take an hour. Alright. Roderick, you just listen to the sound of the distant waves around you and try to focus on a single point in your mind to meditate and block out anything else from your mind until you're completely clear. And at the end of that hour, you become attuned to the cave, and you become enlightened to the powers that this cave gives you. It allows you to not just cast teleport, but also sending, identify, and clairvoyance.
Nice.
Does not require any components, no material components. So, sending, teleport, clairvoyance, and identify.
Wow.
Alright, so you're attuned to that cave now, Roderick. What would you like to do?
So is this just while I'm in the cave we can do these things?
Yeah, you feel like you're going to need to be in the presence of the cave And if you leave, then those powers are going to go away.
Yeah, if not, I was going to attune to it.
Yeah.
If you can find a way to take the cave with you, well, we'll have to see if that works too. Move Earth or something.
So, so where would we want to go? And
To
do we
the
want spy on
town.
anyone?
Yartar.
Yeah.
Do you want to spy on anyone while we're at it?
How are we going to spy on someone?
Clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance.
Oh, that gives you spying ability? I thought that was scrying.
No, sending, clairvoyance,
invisible
identify.
It's a type of scrying. There's like actually multiple types of scrying spells, not just scrying.
Yeah, scry on the king.
It has to be a location that's familiar to you, a place that you've visited or seen before,
Yeah,
or an
maybe
obvious
that's-
location that's unfamiliar to you.
How about the gambling ship?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Just see what the fuck's going on with that thing. It's still in business.
Oh, it's within range, so.
Oh. Well, you're just coming up with all kinds of
Scrying.
limitations.
Don't forget that ship, that boat. It doesn't leave until like it goes away at night time
Midnight.
and comes back the next
Midnight.
morning. Yeah, midnight.
Yeah. I remember that.
1
Because
mile.
Gambling in
range.
Yartar is illegal, so they have to go down the river.
Right.
The range is 1 mile on clairvoyance.
How about
so
the... No, you can't. You can't go at this. So let's get to... How far do you have to be?
It's 1 mile. All right. As far as you guys are aware, you're in the trackless sea, so you're somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Like could be up
Okay.
here,
Cool.
could be down
So how
here.
about we go just outside of Yartar? And once we get there, maybe you can do a little scrying on the house. Remember the house of the noble kid that was missing? We made some contacts there.
I think once we leave the cave, we can't do it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a here sort of thing.
Oh, well, Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like as soon as you leave that cave, you're gonna lose your attunement to it. So
Yeah. Basically, well, I mean, we can spy
Spy
on
on the-
sisters,
you
see
could
what-
teleport to Bryn Shander and tell poor old Morak's brother that he's dead. It's been like 3 months now.
Alright.
Well, he's better off not knowing.
Go ahead and mark that side quest off.
It's actually a main quest. I'm just messing with you guys. All right. Well, if you guys want to move quickly to try and find the king, then you know that the only clear clue he has is the golden goose token from Yartar. But it's up to you guys where you want to go. Of course, like always.
We don't really need any more gear, do we? Like, we don't need to restock anywhere. I mean, we've used up a bunch of potions, but we probably won't be fighting 8 giants again.
I think time is really important.
Awful optimistic sentiment there.
I would say let's jump straight to Yartar.
Do you guys want to vote?
Yeah, you to vote.
Alright, just type in where you guys want to go.
Golden Fields.
Golden Fields.
I'll teleport.
You have to go
Just
north
seems
for
like
that.
Golden Fields.
Just keep going north.
Send you off by yourself.
I'm going to put Imrith on this map now too, because this is where she supposedly lairs. This is the Anarach Desert, like here.
Termish? Where is that even at?
That's in the bottom right of the map. It's a dragon. I figure that's as far as I could get from the map from the
Did you just
dragon.
make that word up?
It's actually on the map.
we just start a new campaign. Just say, fuck Faith. Fuck the Sword Coast.
Yeah, nothing ever happens like nothing ever happens like beyond this threshold to the east, so you should be safe.
Yeah, except we're going to the desert with this asshole. Yeah. So I'd say it looks like Yatar. We haven't got everyone's votes, but we got 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
So everyone happy to move straight on to Yatar?
Yep. I think so.
Okay.
Good.
And alright, I'm
Well,
gonna.
after a long,
Yeah,
we
I'm-
need to take a long rest before going to Yartar.
I
you wanna
mean, we
do
can
your-
take the long rest in Yartar.
Can we?
I don't know why. I don't see why not.
Yeah, you can. There's a tavern there. There's an inn.
You just go to the inn.
You can stay at the Harpers as well.
Oh yeah.
All
We
right.
can do that. Let's do that.
You guys are teleporting, and if you don't remember who the Harper contact is there, it's this Kalashite man named Kolbaz. And anyway, he's got like this old manor, and it's got like a nice garden in it, but he uses like an illusion spell to make it look like like it's completely abandoned, basically, so like a secret hideout. I presume you guys go in there, and you're given sanctuary, of course. And we'll take a 10-minute break now. Everyone take a long rest, and we'll get back with you guys waking up the next day in Yatar.
Cool.
And Lily, you've been given those maps as well, by the way.
Oh, okay.
But a part of the confidential agreement, you're not to open the map scrolls yet.
Mum's the word. Got it.
And you've been told that you'll be promoted to the next Harper rank if you can solve this ordening, which you're getting pretty close to. See you guys back soon.
Sure thing.
Anyone have a problem if I undo the conch and go back to my other?
Huge problem.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Alright. This is the next morning. I'll re-describe Yartar, because it's been a hot minute since you guys had ventured here last. First, the teleportation circle. The Yartar circle is a villa right in the heart of Yartar, where you guys are now, and it was about to be torn down. Behind the dilapidated building is this 40-foot square garden patio, enclosed by an 8-foot-high wall of ivory-covered stone, and there's a hallucinatory terrain spell concealing not only the teleportation circle inscribed in the middle of the patio, but also broken benches, weed-infested flower beds, shattered statuary that surround the circle. And while the spell's in effect, it looks like it did in its heyday. But as you guys teleport into it and move amongst it, this image just becomes superimposed onto the reality of it. And there's just this cantankerous old harper named Kolbaz that dwells in the villa and renews the spell every day. And if there are some vagrants, then he will use some spells, some cantrips to try and frighten away some squatters and whatnot. Kolbaz, is a harper agent, allows you to rest in the villa, so you rest there and doesn't really pry into your affairs or whatnot. So Yartar itself, I'll also just reiterate. So they got some pretty tough laws in Yartar. It's probably like the strictest in all of Faerun. It's a fortified city standing on the east bank of the Desserin River, and on the west bank is a walled citadel under the city's control. Between them is a wide stone bridge, and the travelers have to move through the citadel, pass an inspection, before continuing west to Tribor, or crossing the bridge to the city's west gate. The Evermore Way cuts through the heart of the city, connecting the city's western and eastern gates. And east of the city, there is just a gravel trail. It's a very prosperous and becoming increasingly crowded city. Some of its old buildings have been torn down and taller ones have been built, some of them 4 stories high in some cases. And it's also, it has a major river port. Its elected leader is called the Water Baron, and you know that the current Water Baron is Nestra Ruthiel, very vindictive woman. Yartar is also a member of the Lord's Alliance, and you believe that the Water Baron, obviously is aware of the presence of the factions in this city, but kind of stay out of each other's ways. And you also know that the guards in this city, they're quite zealous. Taxes are very high, and there's also a thieves guild that operates here, an all-female thieves guild called the Hand of Yartar, who you guys have encountered before. When you guys were here, you'd found old Rosolio, Lord Rosolio, who had been afflicted by an aboleth, and you guys actually did a quest and restored him, and you're back now. So you guys head out, and you're in smack bang in the middle of the city, like near a marketplace, a bustling market. People are exchanging goods and trying to barter and yelling at you guys to buy potatoes and things like that. Those of you that were dead, you've now only got 3 levels of that death stank. And yeah, everyone can be reattuned to their items and whatnot. Lily's going to unattune from the conch, just so everyone knows.
We didn't kill the aboleth. The aboleth, ran away, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it escaped through the sewers.
Yeah. I really remember that because Norin Norin had to like swim through the sewers by himself or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then he got a 1 gold bucket. So yeah, I still have that in my inventory. 1 GP bucket.
It's a good bucket.
An expensive bucket.
Oh, it's a piece of shit. He just overpaid for it.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you would if your life depended on it.
I don't think it even did.
Wasn't it because you needed to be able to carry the water to like
I can't.
not have the pain of the disease, whatever it was?
I think that was why you got it. So, expensive bucket. All right. So, yeah, this Riverboat Casino, the Grand Dame, that is where you got the Golden Goose tokens. And I think you guys might have cashed them all in, actually. Probably cashed them all in for gold before leaving. I can't imagine.
Probably, unless we got kicked out.
I don't think you guys got kicked out. So you have just 1 Golden Goose token. So this token was found on the body of Queen Neri, the Storm Giant Queen. Left by her murderers, apparently. So, you'll have to wait till nighttime, but docks are down this way. This is just a market stall here, and you can buy most of it is trade goods.
I imagine our griffins are getting kind of some side eyes.
I would imagine that you're not flying around the city in griffins. You're just leaving them back at the manor.
Just walking stall to stall on a griffin.
Okay.
Otherwise...
Norin is hesitant to, but he will.
Yeah, Colbaz will tell you that the griffins would need to be stabled. They'd be basically taken from you. Not allowed to just fly around on griffins in the town.
Lily
I'll
can
ask
cast
him if he
invisibility
can
on them for us.
Not as bad as Boulder's
It's a-
Gate, where you can't have any animals bigger than a peacock, but getting there.
I would ask the Harper agent if he could procure some horses for us. Not so we can ride, but so that our griffins have something to eat.
Yep.
Sure, we
Colbaz
have.
says-
That's why we left horses everywhere, guys.
I think
Snack
We
It
knew
stations.
was
fucking
foreshadowing.
Snack stations.
snacks.
Thinking
Yeah, it's
ahead.
like when people run a marathon, they have those like water stations.
We have at least 6 horses in this town that we own. At least.
You can go to the stables, friends. I must guard the manor. Colbaz says. You
Alright,
must look to your own resources. That is the Harper way. But yes, you may feed the
I
griffin
flashed the
what you
pen.
need.
And I wink.
Colbaz nods at you. If you need to feed the griffins, I can care for them. I must stay here in the Harper Manor, though. There are vagrants that try to sleep here, and someone needs to scare them off. And unlike other members, I tend not to neglect my duties.
Well, if you need assistance with anything, just give us a holler.
Ask somebody else.
Give us a holler and we'll tell you that's not the Harper way.
I will do what I can within my power to help you, of course. Alright,
Cool. So now that we're here, what are we going to do for this
What are
this
we gonna
goose
do
head
this
hung?
day?
Let's go visit the noble house. The noble guy that we saved, the son. See if we can get any information out of them. See if they know anything.
He did seem like the type that would go back to his bad habits. Maybe he has visited the gambling boat since then.
So, is it safe to say that the king, since the last time we were in this town and doing what we were doing, would the king Hecton been? The timeline, does it fit would have been after we were here or before, if he was abducted and brought here somehow, some way?
It must have been like during. You would think that maybe.
But how long has the king been missing or presumed dead compared to the last time we were here?
Maybe around the same time. The king wasn't kidnapped that long ago, really. The ordning was shattered before the king went missing, and with the ordning shattered and the king missing, that's what's it's just a recipe for disaster.
And the source of the coin that was given to us as a clue?
Found on the queen's dead body.
Queen's dead body. Okay.
Yep, Storm Giant Queen Neri, dead. Coin found on her body. Last time you guys were here, you were trying to find that purple lady because she was seen with young Yartan Rosolio. But you know that you actually did see the owner of the ship, or at least a painting of him, Lord Caspier Drylund. But he wasn't available last time when you guys wanted to see him. But you guys got into the high rollers table and you met the purple lady, and it was just basically an unrelated incident.
Okay.
But yeah, someone at that casino must know something, because the golden goose token was found in the corpse of the slain mother, Queen Neri. Could have been accidentally dropped by one of the assassins or put there on purpose.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I wonder if it's worth investigating. This is a bit of a shady town, right? From what I remember, we were even attacked in the dark at some point, were we not?
Yeah, you guys. You guys have kind of made a difference though, because one of the captains of the guard, he was corrupt. Remember, and he stole that axe, and he stole that giant slayer axe.
Okay.
And
yeah.
He took that from another noble. It was a house. Well, it was a sword, and he got it turned into an axe. Took that from a noble family, somewhere to the north, and then he got instated as captain of the guard here. And he basically, when you guys went asking questions about the location of it, he basically said, "Well, you know too much," and then tried to gank you guys in an alley.
Yeah.
So hopefully the guard is not as corrupt anymore.
I'm just wondering if it's worth me trying to go around and see if I can find maybe a thieves guild, and to see if I can gain entry, and then maybe ask a few questions. Maybe the goose, maybe it's an assassin that leaves a goose coin after they've assassinated. Maybe it's some sort of signature,
like a calling card.
Yeah, like a calling card. The goose coin has been here.
The
I don't know. Maybe it's worth it.
Like the Phantom and the Pink Panther, Thomas said.
Yes, Thomas. Yes, that's.
I just assume he means a
precisely.
little Pink Panther.
Pink Panther. I thought they were.
It's a strange realm where Thomas comes from. It's a strange realm indeed.
As you guys stand here, you just see the city bustling with trade. There's wagon trains coming and going, and it's quite busy. You do know there is a thieves guild here, the Hand of Yartar, and it was not an easy task to get into contact with them. Remember, you met Scimitar Sally.
Yeah.
You had to basically bribe them after asking some questions, looking for a shady woman in the Wink and Kiss, this very large tavern over here.
Didn't we have an escort at one point that was taking us around?
Yep.
Wasn't she part of that?
The butler, Kemid, from Rosolio Manor. This guy was helping you try and relieve the son of the ailment, the affliction.
I thought we had an escort through the city as well that was from the guild.
No, it was the butler.
It was the butler. It was the butler in the manor.
It's always
wielding
the
the
butler.
short sword.
It's always the butler, isn't it? Yeah. Well, maybe we
Just
can
go and
ask
use the
ask
other-
him if we can, get an inside contact of some kind, or it's a good place to start, anyways. Better than
Is the Hand of Yata the one that's all women?
Yes, the All Women Thieves Guild, Hand of Yata.
So the escorting could be a side job.
who knows. Maybe that's where we gotta go.
Well, they're thieves. They're not ruthless assassins, though. But you know,
We might have a faction that.
if someone would know
Actually-
what's going on in the city, it would probably be them. Yeah, you do know you're gonna have to be paying if you want to get in contact with them. Last time it cost you 500 gold pieces of bribes.
That's why we got Norrin. Deep pockets.
yeah.
Can't tell
I was
Norin,
about
we
to say,
need him.
if I remember correctly, Norin like gave that up without any haggling or anything. Everybody was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What? It's just gold."
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, so you want to go asking around for looking for some shady thief?
We
Dan?
could just try to get robbed
Um,
and chase him
I
down.
don't think anybody's gonna rob us. I mean,
That sounds like famous last words right there.
yeah.
I mean, like, it's been a long time since I've had anyone try to steal my magical weapons.
And,
it's all
and
set
you
up.
and you look, and they're all gone.
we
Compliments of 7.
That- It's a -1 longbow now.
Yeah, let's ask around.
All right, whoever wants to search to get in contact with the Hand of Yata, can roll a 46.
Okay.
Well done, Thomas.
I was thinking
well
the same
done.
thing.
I use my thieves' cant in any way.
When you
Oh,
use it, thieves
I think
can.
I think you do.
Do you have like criminal contact background?
No, I'm Outlander, I think.
Yeah. You can use thieves' cant to do some hand signals and try and put out some clues, and it will reduce the time by your final die roll, because that's how many hours it takes you to find.
Oh, I've got the Watcher's Eye, because I used to be a private investigator. So you can easily find the local outpost of the Watch or similar organization, but just as easily pick out the dens of criminal activity in the community.
Look
I
at
don't know
you.
if that'd be a den of criminal activity.
Yeah, you know that the Wink and Kiss is a pretty shady place, but you wouldn't know the location of the Thieves Guild. But you know that that's where they miss. Alright, with that, you can focus more time looking in this Wink and Kiss tavern. It's just like a pretty large tavern, and staffed by dancers, servers, and cooks, and bouncers. There's some like private rooms in the back and whatnot, and you do know that the staff pretend that nothing is out of the ordinary, but they are very friendly towards the Hand of Yata. So that also reduces the time by a total of 7 hours. Instead of 19 hours, it takes you guys 12 hours. So pretty much a whole day of searching before finally you get in contact with this woman named Noreen Dest. She's a female Tetheran human. And you just meet her over at the Wink and Kiss Tavern. And she doesn't really say much. She just says, meet me in the alleyway behind Dock Lane and Thorn Lane at 30 minutes to midnight, and bring 500 gold. So you guys look, and well, you're thinking that time is probably about now. So but you guys don't exactly have a clock or anything.
It's like, sorry, I don't want your services. I'm not into that kind of thing.
Alright, you head over to this
Can we at least get a room?
this shady alley, and you guys remember coming here before. This is where the corrupt watch captain had cornered you guys. It's a very dark alley. It's nighttime now, obviously, and yeah, it's close to midnight. And these streets are all lit up. There's a few shield of Yatar walking to and fro, and one of them approaches you guys. Hey! You! And he points to Than. This is a human male. I know you.
Do I know you?
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Who's asking?
Do I know him? I look at him.
You think this might be one of the guards that was part of like the reprisal squad from the, you know, when you had the encounter with the captain of the watch.
Ah.
Yeah, I remember you now. And I remember that axe. Points to Ren's axe.
You do look familiar.
Oh yes, we met here before. I remember blood on your blade. I remember everything that happened. Thank you so much, you got me a promotion. I'm now the captain of the city watch. My family's been way better off ever since I've had the pay rise. I can't thank you enough.
Welcome.
I'm able to put
Very welcome.
my son through maid school because of you. Whatever you're doing here, I'm sure it's nothing suspicious, but well, let's just say I'm going to turn a blind eye.
Sounds good.
He just walks off.
Can I get dark vision?
Sure. Did you not have? Did you get something? Goggles or something?
I have goggles at goggles at night.
All right, let me save that so it's got that on there next time. All right, so yeah, there's just like a dark alley here, some boxes and crates. There's just a variety of like businesses, mainly along this street. It's kind of not too far from the docks, actually. You can hear the sound of the ocean and smell the seawater in the distance. The streets are pretty quiet here at nighttime.
Clanking into the alley. Clank,
There ain't-
clank.
There ain't no one around.
I'll go in as well.
Self a little dark.
Guess nobody wants this 500 gold.
You hear a voice from the shadows. Place the coins on the ground and step away. You look over and make a perception check.
Hey Seb, could you give me a dark vision?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Roll on the wild magic surge table. Fireball. Okay. Alright, you can teleport somewhere that you can see, and you couldn't see anywhere until you cast dark vision, so there you go.
you teleport 5 feet.
I teleport under the light.
Alright, no fireball this time, but one of these days. Okay. So, yeah, as you hear this voice, it's kind of coming from here, and you just kind of see shadows, and then this roguish type female basically like trips over, and she kind of sprawls out, like a crate falls on the ground, a bucket rolls along the ground, and a cat screeches and like darts across the alleyway, and she falls over prone.
Oh, that was a nasty fall.
High level.
She says, you didn't see
Greetings.
anything.
No, of course not.
You can only see her piercing blue eyes, and the rest of her face and body is covered. She has many, many daggers visibly present all over her, sheathed in little holsters. She snatches up the 500 gold pieces. So, you're looking for someone or something? Or are you looking to get rid of something that needs to go through all of the due processing?
We're sort of looking for someone.
Someone?
Right? Someone, yes. Someone's done something and left some evidence. And we want to track them down.
Well, I think I'm going to need a little bit more information other than someone and something.
That was very vague.
What do I have to go by? And why is he on the roof?
Accidents happen.
He just likes to be on the roof. Don't worry about him.
He likes to be on top. Maybe you could talk to him about it later.
Just looking around.
Let's skip to let's skip some of the pleasantries here. A very big, a very large woman, giant you might say, was killed.
Yes. Go on.
And there was a token left behind. A golden goose token.
Golden goose token. Yes, they're from the Grand Dame.
Yes.
Do you know
We need to
who?
know who
I think
the
I-
killer is.
I think I might know who it could be. Someone from the Grand Dame.
No shit. We were hoping you would tell us a little more information. That's all you've got. Give us the 500 gold.
Well, wait. There's more. You know the butler of the Rosolio kid? The one that you guys helped out a ways back? I heard he's a bit of an assassin.
I remember.
Once,
I remember him.
I heard he waited in a congressman's attic for 3 days. Still. Silent. Waiting. For the exact moment when the congressman would take his seat at his reading desk to read his weekly novella. To administer a single drop of lethal poison that splashed on his hand and killed him a day later. I'm not saying that he's an assassin, but that sounds pretty assassiny to me.
Well, sounds like he's a bad assassin if somebody already knows how he killed him and that it was him.
Yes, of course. That had nothing to do with the Hand of Yatar. But we do like to keep some people in business, and we like to put others out of commission. But, you know what? A giant? I don't really see why Kemed would, have anything to do with giants. As far as I'm aware, he only does the Water Baron's bidding, for political interests. I can't see what giants would have to do with anything. I can't make a correlation. However, there's someone else. Yes, Lord Dryland. He might have framed Kemet. Or perhaps he has some other interests. I'm still having trouble making a correlation, but Caspar Dryland, the owner of the Grand Dame, he's been wanting to eliminate the Water Baron, displace her at the very least. Perhaps he's somehow involved. I still don't understand the giant thing though, but hey, if you manage to take out Casper Dryland, well, let's just say the Hand of Yata will be happy to take responsibility for that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you'd have to get onto the riverboat. But from what I've heard from the Purple Lady, you wouldn't have any trouble doing that. So there's your answer. The Grand Dane. Now, excuse me. I think I've said enough. I'm going to try and stealth away now without tripping over this crate.
Do you want me to help with that?
Watch out for the box there. Oh, you tripped on it again.
She walks over the box, and she just walks into a shadow and just tries to blend in. But then you can just just blatantly see her just still standing there watching you guys.
You're right there.
She then
help her with Bus Without Trace.
She then leaves.
I don't know if we can trust her information. She is clearly incompetent.
Well, in the stealthing game, yeah, but other than that, we've got to take her at face value when it comes for information. It was paid.
You feel like it would just be convenient that if it was like this Lord Dryland, but she failed to make any correlation between giants and him. She just knows that he is involved in the politics of Yatar and probably wants him eliminated.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, guys. But we have to make a decision. I feel like we need to get on the Grand Dame regardless.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah, it must if it has to either be someone who works there or someone who gambles there.
Or the owner, like she said. I don't know. But go in there and start yelling about storm giants. Maybe somebody will act weird.
Wouldn't you be the one acting weird?
Well,
Someone who
it would be
works
how
there.
they would react.
Well, we can go in there and maybe name drop somehow King Gaten's name, and then just observe to see if there's any reaction by anyone.
That could work.
Or we go on there, gamble, win the
How about-
boat, and take it over.
You're just a Viking, aren't you?
This sounds very much like your scheme to become Jarl of Frost Giants.
What do you mean, scheme? That's gonna happen.
Plan. Okay, plan.
Yeah.
Better word.
So there's still something missing from this puzzle.
Yeah.
There's still no connection to why someone wants the storm giant dead. Why someone would do this. Still, there's a missing piece to this puzzle.
Maybe they were hired by somebody to do that. I don't know.
Well, the Water Baron is Lord's Alliance, right? Well, Mirren and Nim, they scream that Lord's Alliance is what killed the Queen. Maybe it's whoever stands to gain from the Water Baron going down. Maybe they were trying to rile the giants up against the Water Baron. Maybe.
They must have been working with Imrith, because Imrith was involved in the court. And dragons hate giants. So there could be another factional organization playing a part. But yeah, who could it be? Could be Lord's Alliance, Zentarum. But what do they have to gain? even the Zentarum, they still need to hold power. I mean, it could very well be them.
Maybe it is just some dragon cultists that Imrith has placed here somehow.
Could be dragon cultists. We don't know unless we go and investigate the Grand Dame.
I believe it is time to go gamble.
Did y'all ever meet the owner of that boat?
He was not.
Wasn't on it.
Yeah, he was away on vacation. So, I mean, if you had a watch, you'd be looking at it and you'd be like, shit. There's not much time before the Grand Dame leaves, if you want to catch it tonight.
Let's go.
Well,
how we went in last time.
Well, yeah, so getting on the boat, there were 4 obvious ways that you guys could think of. Enter by force,
What?
pose as a worker, pose as a guest, or sneak on. I think you guys...
Can't we just pay our way on? Wasn't there a fee that we couldn't pay back then, but now we can?
It's not
Wasn't there
a fee, it's more like a...
status?
Yeah, status thing.
And
Well-
got coin.
I think what we did last time is we tried to pretend to be nobles and
No, we tried going as workers. I think we went.
Yeah, and then like one of the doormen basically like said that you guys had to pay a bribe. I think everyone had to bribe their way on, basically.
we all had to pay a bribe to get in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think
Well-
4 of us can mention door.
Just
Can't you-
get on.
Take us on like that, yeah.
I only have to pay maybe 2 bribes.
And don't forget your search for weapons as well. No weapons allowed. No weapons, no armor. No spellcasting focus. No divine focus. Under any circumstances. You're searched at the... searched at the door.
Well, can we put everything in the bag of holding as far as weapons go, and
then someone else will have to put
Stash-
that in their bag of holding.
and then it'll blow up?
I see what you're trying to
Thomas.
say.
That's a horrible idea. Can't we somehow hide the our bag of holding so it can conceal it?
That's what. So I'm trying to throw down.
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, you could try to conceal that. Someone who's good at moving things
do
around.
that.
Someone who's good at sleight of hand could do that.
I might just leave the plate armor like somewhere. So,
We're allowed to wear armor, just no
weapons,
right?
No armor.
No armor.
Oh, no
No.
armor. Oh shit.
Exceptions.
All right, well, if
No
we're gonna go get on the boat, Norn asks for help in taking off his armor very quickly. Because if he doesn't,
Where's that lady when you need her?
You might have to wait one more day, really, because I don't think you'll be able to formulate a plan quick enough.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, we should maybe plan it out a little bit instead of hastily
yeah, let's.
doing that. But so, what's the actual plan when we get on there? Say we get on. Is it just to poke our noses in here and there?
I think that might be the way. Perhaps try to get a way to have an audience with this Casper Dryland, the owner. I don't know how
Well-
to do that, but if I remember last time, the floor boss was kind of a hard ass.
So, do you think the bag of holding would not be allowed to go on then? Is that
Well,
When they
you,
search,
you'd have to like tip out the bag of holding too.
to prove that what's in there, right?
Yeah.
That would be horrendous.
Or
Just fill it with corpses.
Just fucking
Wow.
who
That's
knows
a
what
power
Norn
play.
what,
That is a power play.
what
For
Norn
sure.
snuck in that bag, man. We don't know what the fuck's in there. Acorns and fucking
someone could hide in it and be like, "Boo!" Jump out.
couple
I mean,
antlers.
I mean,
If we
Dorn does have
mention
an
door to the
antlers.
boat, we're not going to get served.
True.
Those that do.
That's also true.
So I will. I can help in that. I'm good at disguises. It's part of my thing. I could disguise us as workers.
I can disguise myself.
Alright, there was another thing as well. We need to be careful for Pao Ming, the floor boss. She seemed very onto it. Like, she almost seemed to be able to like read people's minds, from what you could tell. She knew if things were, you know, what you guys were thinking.
Alright.
You could see her catching cheaters and whatnot.
That poses a bit of a problem. Can we just go to talk to the butler and see if we can go as honored guests of that noble house? Maybe. How's that sound?
Could try it.
We did save their kid, so maybe they'll pay us, or whatever. We can exchange something. A favor for a favor. Maybe they need something else done.
Bodyguards? Are they allowed to bring bodyguards home?
No weapons, no armor. Only
bodyguards.
they've got bodyguards. They've got like many guards, and then there's the head of security / banker Pao Ming, and some other crew members and whatnot. But there's also like all of the workers as well, card dealers, escorts, servers, chefs. So you could pose as some of the crew as well.
Well, if we cashed in all our stuff, we could go as rich people gambling.
Yeah, you could buy a monocle and maybe pull it off.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Yeah, you could dress up as aristocrats.
Me and Roderick can both do disguise self, so that would help.
Oh, you are frisk search though. I don't think that holds up to physical inspection.
Oh yeah, it does.
You'd need
Well,
like.
I mean, if we get popped on with Dimension Door, then I guess we wouldn't get frisked.
Yeah, you could sneak on. You could all try different ways as well. You just hope that it's foolproof so everyone gets on.
Well, we can maybe try to get on through the waterways. We can try to sneak in.
Yeah, you feel like you could maybe try to just like swim like.
Well, we can water walk. I can water walk us, and then.
We just walk up to the boat.
Just walk
Well,
up
we
and
can
jump
go
on
in
board.
as stealthily as possible, and
Mission
then
Impossible style.
we got. I mean, we got tricks up our sleeves a little bit. We got.
Yeah,
Roderick's got some stuff. I got some stuff.
No sleeves
more
either.
powerful.
They have a strict dress code.
So, what do you say we just go as noble guests of that house? Or try
As gamblers, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We just want to go gamble. Like, shit, nothing wrong with that.
Sure, we'll try.
Okay.
Night off.
Alright. Does everyone want to try to pose as guests then?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know if they would have any furball guests.
They don't discriminate.
But if we went to the noble house and maybe got like a
The furball can be our butler.
badge or something, I don't know, something.
Put on a suit and antlers, you're good to go.
I do
no
have
antlers.
my dress antlers, and I'll pull those.
Why
out
don't
of the
we-
bag of holding?
It's nighttime. It's nighttime now, right? So why don't we during the day go and buy some attire that, you know, spend some coin on some bling. Make it happen that way.
I like it.
On so I don't get searched. I'll bring somebody with me if they want to.
Dan's the pimp and you guys are all his hoes.
Exactly. Actually, no. I think Thomas should be or someone that has a little bit more of a, you know, crowd control via charismatic ways.
We can just command people. We get set.
That's true.
Just
Command on fucking AOE fucking command.
It's just bow. It's like what?
For one round. That's a short-lived dream.
I mean, we can just keep doing it. We got like 2 minutes. No, not even that one.
Alright, well, let's I think we have a pretty good plan. Let's all go to the tavern and have a drink or two, and then go to bed.
All right, you guys retire for the night, and everyone's, well, Roderick and Than's death stank is now down to -2, a lot more manageable. And it's the next morning. You guys are just staying at the Yartar Manor, and
Go buy some duds.
your griffins have been looked after. So you've just woken up, and you just hear the sound of the busy market nearby. You head outside.
This is the time.
It's a bright sunny day.
This is the time for all of us to dress up like something that we've always wanted to dress up as.
Yeah, there's that helmet
our one
with
day.
the gems on it.
Live your dream. Live your dream.
Alright, you guys look for a tailor, and he says, "Ah, yes, sir." You see this very finely dressed dragonborn, gold dragonborn, and he's got a tailor's shop. "I'll measure you up and have your garments made post haste. That will be 25 gold pieces per, plus another 5 for the taxes of Yartar. 30 gold pieces each for the clothes."
Sounds good.
Ah, excellent choice, sir. And then you get some custom fitted suits. Alright, so you get the fine clothing, and that'll be ready to pick up by tonight.
Ocean's 8.
So these are the fine garbs that nobles dress in, fine clothing. So we'll just go around the table and see what other adjustments people want to make. We'll start with Thomas. So you're basically getting a suit or a very fine gown, or a special custom-made suit that has hole in the head for antlers or whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for something that looks somewhat exotic to go with my blue complexion.
Oh yeah, Thomas is blue. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
All right.
It's got deep cerulean blue.
And if you got any fancy stuff from the party loot, then yeah, you could wear that too. Like you've got that diamond-studded platinum earring worth 7,500 GP.
Than's wearing that.
A single earring, and
That and the mithril belt that you use as a scarf.
That's right.
you've got a vest with platinum embroidery. You can wear that. Or a cloak with white dragon scales. Well, you could get them. I mean, they're all size for giants, so. Alright, Thomas finds something to complement his blue color. And, Norin, any special preparations you want to make?
Well, I mean, started out as a gag, but I mean, yeah, there's going to be antlers involved. I mean, he doesn't actually have antlers, but he likes them a lot.
You go and buy antlers.
They're just attached to his helmet. So he gets some fancy dress antlers. So it's like formal antlers, I guess. I don't know.
Get some like bells hanging off them or
party.
something. Christmas lights.
But yeah, I mean, he'd have like a nice suit too.
Yeah. All right.
It'd have to be tailor made as well. I mean, it's nothing off the rack because he's so tall, but
Yeah, you got it all tailor made for you guys, and all right, you've got some antlers there going on, Norin, and yeah, you're scrubbing up all right. And Lily.
So we're putting on fancy clothes. God, I don't think she knows how to pick out anything fancy for herself.
You can have the Dragonborn pick you a nice...
I think I do. I let him fancy me.
I do say I've got this stunning purple dress that's in popular demand. And it's the same type of dress that the purple lady was wearing.
Okay.
It's the same dress.
It's going to be awkward if you run into her.
Perfect.
I'm okay with that.
Oh, one of us has to go change.
I like it.
Not
Yeah.
gonna be me.
That's going to happen, definitely. Undoubtedly. Alright. Then, so you've got one 10,000 gold piece bling bling earring in, and
So, to complement my earring, I want to wear 2 rows on each side of, my collar. I want to have 3 studs, diamond studs on each side. So each diamond being 100 gold pieces each.
I was about to say you have 29 of them.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
Alright.
So I'm gonna stock, like 6 diamonds on my collar.
Get a diamond grill.
Yeah, I would like to have dark glasses if possible, almost like Thomas's sunglasses.
they can just
So I can-
borrow them. I'm sure he does.
I'm sorry.
I'm sure he'll
Yeah,
lend you
and,
them.
so those are just to conceal my observations if I can, because I will be observing a lot. I would also like a chain, kind of like a pocket watch chain,
Alright.
and I want to attach my holy symbol to that from my necklace, transfer it over,
The holy symbols
and
could be considered a weapon because they are spellcasting foci.
okay, so there's no concealing it within.
You can try and conceal it, just let you know if it's found, they may confiscate it or something, or tell you not allowed on with it.
Okay, so I'll try to conceal it as a pocket watch,
Okay.
if possible, and then I would also like to use my if he's going to tailor my pants, to allow my belt to be used with my pants, if that's possible.
Sure.
And I would like to have rings, just a bunch of rings on, and one of them, of course, be my ring of jumping.
Okay, King Than.
Yes.
Alrighty, you're fully blinged up, and
Thank you.
you have to just try to make it there without getting robbed now. Alright,
Yeah, I'm going to be observant, so.
and Roderick.
Yeah, no. Not used to wearing anything but armor, so.
Yeah, it is a little odd, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, does the cloak of it? I suppose that's an outdoorsy cloak, not a thing anyway. So probably have to replace everything I'm wearing.
Pretty much, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You can get it laundered though while you're dressed in this fine clothing, and
Yeah, probably needs it.
Patron, the tailor, will actually he'll fit you with a nice suit, brush your beard and whatnot, and take out the animals that are living in there and all that sort of stuff. And he'll help you
Yeah.
scrub up, and just dresses you in like a fine suit and ties your hair back and whatnot. Recommends a good spa as well if you need it. And yeah, the tailor's very helpful with all that stuff too. You don't have to go over the top, this is just extra stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else?
Oh, I'm just thinking I'll probably switch some spells out to ones just verbal and semantic.
Yeah, think about that too. No
Yeah,
weapons, no
yeah.
armor, no holy symbol, no spellcasting foci, unless you're sneaking
Can I bring
it on.
my lion figurines? That'll be fun.
Yeah, you're thinking maybe you could get away with them if you can come up with like a plausible reason why you have them, like Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
So you accidentally drop them on the
Or
ground,
like
and lions explode.
jewelry. Have it
Yeah.
like attach them to something.
Yeah, you could get them turned into like earrings or something. It would just cost you
Yeah.
a grand total of 1 gold piece to get that done, and then another gold
Yeah.
piece for the Artar tax, so 2.
Ah. Yeah. I've got that on me.
I'm just imagining like 7-inch figurines dangling from his ear.
Wait, are they that big?
No,
Let's
I don't
see.
think they are. I was just
I was gonna
picturing it in my
say.
head being silly.
Cool enough to fit in a pocket.
Yeah, I'm thinking the size of like little Monopoly pieces.
Yeah. Can fit them in a pocket. That'll be fun to throw at people.
Yeah, like the size of dice. Just don't accidentally speak the command word while they're in your pocket, otherwise.
Yeah.
Bad news.
Is that a lion in your pocket, or you just can't fit a
Is
scene?
there anything else you got in the wardrobe? Oh no. No, these again.
Alright.
The Lion, the Witch, and the wardrobe.
So far everyone's scrubbing up good, all finely dressed. And definitely don't look like adventurers. And Rend.
All right, so going with the monocle. I also want to.
Oh, actually, can I get a cane? I need a cane.
Yeah, I was getting a cane with the I want
Shillelagh.
a dragon skull, kind of on the end of it there to rest my hand. And then I want a top hat and a tux with tails, but I want it purple to match Lily's dress.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Nice.
Yeah, you've
I just want a cane so that I can
you get
hit people
that.
with it.
And like the 25 gold pieces for the fine clothes, that includes all of the accoutrements, accessories that you guys are going to be wearing as well, like the cane and whatnot. And yeah, the cane could feasibly act as a weapon. So yeah, you're looking good. You match Lily, and if you I don't know if you want to ask her out, Rend, but I'll leave that up to you. And then Lord Captain, you've got fine clothes as well fitted for you. Anything extra, or any weapons that you want to stash or anything like that?
Well, right now I think that we have enough people going for the Liberace kind of look. I don't need to draw any more attention to myself. And I already have my own fine clothing, so I don't need to buy any more. And what I'll probably end up doing is create a weapon with my Pact of the Blade, then shift it to the dimension, the other dimension where it's gone, so I can just recall it.
Okay.
So that'll be acting as my focus.
Alright. And do you have the noble background? Is that why you have the fine clothes? Or did you just buy them separately?
Yeah, it's in my it's in my background. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you're kind of in your element. You don't really need to put on this facade. You kind of just put on some nice clothes.
Norn is from the woods.
Alright, with the tailor's help, you guys, with Patron's help, you guys are all scrubbing up good, and all of these clothes are ready for you. And then you're just basically like waiting for Lily, who's taken like an extra 3 hours to get ready. But other than that,
Oh yeah, she's up there. She's up there doing all of her ritual.
you're pretty much gonna just about to miss the boat because Lily's not ready yet. And then finally she's ready, and she comes out, and
I'm gonna take a little bit of piece of fur with me too, if possible.
Sure.
Fur cap.
I give Thomas my shit.
Yeah, if you can think of a material component, you could feasibly bring that on too. Alright, yeah, as Lily emerges, she's looking like that
bottle of,
purple lady.
Holy water.
You guys want anything snuck on?
Oh, I want at least. I feel weird without at least one weapon. We'll throw one of my spears in there.
Alright, so someone's going to be holding that
The trident.
bag of holding? Is that the plan?
Well, we're gonna try to conceal it. No, what are we gonna try to?
What are you guys putting in the bag of holding? Keep in mind, it can only carry 500 pounds. Just like a few weapons or something. You can safely stash whatever you don't need at Colbass's at the half hideout.
Excellent. That's what I'll look at.
Guys, when you guys get on, you can just kind of stand in a semicircle by the gate, by the edge of the ship, and I'll dimension door on with our bag and whatever weapons are focused.
Yeah, that's cool. Do that, yeah. Let's put our stuff in there if we can. How much room do we got? There's not much.
You're probably not going to be able to put on armor, obviously, so it would just be basically weapons.
Armor would be pointless to take, yeah.
Yeah, Thomas is still going to mage armor and blow up the ship, though.
You put our weapons in there. The weapons can go in. That way we're not.
100%.
We have that.
Something's going to happen when Thomas tries Dimension Door. All right.
I'll put my trident in there.
Okay.
I'll put my weapons in there. And
you guys get ready, and we'll figure out what else you guys want to do. Have a think about whatever else you might want to take, and we'll wrap it up here for tonight with you guys getting ready and heading over to the Grand Dame, lining up on the dock behind some of the workers and other guests that are boarding. As you head in to try and locate the source of this token, who is Queen Neri's murderer. So we'll pick it up here at the front of the Grand Dame next week.
Oh, cool.
Sure.
Yeah, I would have stayed back. I'm not going to approach the dock.
Sure.
I mean,
Teleport.
I guess I could. I need to pick up Tavern Brawler so I can use my antlers as weapons.
Yeah, just also think about it, anything else you wanted to take or whatnot, and we'll go over it again. Basically, if you're getting searched on board, we'll just reiterate whatever you've got, and we'll pick it up right there.
That's it.
And then
You guys have a good week.
it will go horribly wrong when finally Thomas fireballs the entire dock.